Hey, hello, hello, hi, 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 hello, hello, hi. The music. Are we playing Umineko? Random master episode will appear. Listen, okay, it is fun, right? UFO is a fun game. I will not stand by the slender. It is really good. I love when I have two res and suddenly it switches to blue. It's always good. This is why UFO is a good game. It's the best 2 game. That's why the music is playing. Because it's amazing. For real though, I love this menu song. I don't know what it is about it. But also, hi Mac, what's up? Alright, let's start the game already in a bit. Starting the game right now. I got my new router too, by the way, which means that my internet now should be extremely good. I didn't get a Ethernet cable, but my Wi-Fi thing is right next to the router, so it is essentially at max speed at all time. So everything should be good. It's the twangs that need it. Yeah, no, yeah. Yeah, no, it is. It is. I admit to it. It is. It absolutely is. It's great. It's great. Alright, the game is starting. It's taking a while. Give it like 30 minutes. Alright, it started. Finally. Okay, so I wanted to bring it up, right? Because I did some thinking. Surprising, I know. Surprising, but I did some thinking, right? And big things came out of it. Big things. Essentially, what happened was I was laying in bed at like 6 a.m., barely woke up, thought about Umineko for like 3 seconds, and then it just hit me. Oh, the murder was done. And like, almost perfect idea of who did it until we get more info, because I can't be fully certain until I get more info, but I know. It hit me, right? This stream can be sponsored sometimes. As a treat. Is that thick? Okay, so here's the thing, right? And I want to point it out. Okay, give me a second. I actually wrote a bit on it just to be sure. Okay, yeah, so if we go back into the game, I'll show off what I mean. So let's think about it for like 1 second. Oh, did they die? Right? Let's look at the characters. Oh, did they die? Blue to the head, another to the head, another. Why are there no other wounds? Right? Why are there no other wounds? And why are those wounds specifically done after death? They're done posthumously. Like, they established that several times. And Butler made it clear when he said those were made to scare, to frighten. But if you see past it, why would they try to frighten people by doing this? Was it because they wanted, like, you know, they felt like doing it, or was there a purpose? And the purpose is clear, because if you think about it, let's say, 1, Natsuhi has a gun. Natsuhi shoots at people and kills 6 people. Assuming nobody heard it, assuming Eva and Hideyoshi didn't hear it, then we would see a lot more bullet wounds, right? It wouldn't just be the head. She doesn't have perfect accuracy. If Eva and Hideyoshi started beating the shit out of people, like both of them together, if they started beating up people, the wounds would not just be on the head. There would be wounds all over the body. Even if she's a martial artist, she can't hit everyone on the head accurately. If it's not physical weapons, then it has to be a poison. They got poisoned. And the damage they did was to make people think It was a physical attack and not poison. But it has to be, right? The entire setup is implying that poison is what killed them. So, this would also lead, if you think about this like this, right? If we start to think that the deaths were done, like the eye army, if the maiming was done post-death as a way to make people forget that it's poison, then it is reasonable to assume that the ritualistic circle over the place are meant to accomplish the same thing. And like, I'm pretty sure I remember this correctly because I did not go back to check. The ritual circle that was on the garden shed was a ritual circle that was just like something to free the souls or something. Whatever. It's something to free something. But what? Beatrice is already freed. Beatrice is on the island and she's already out. The souls are already freed. They're not kept down on Earth or something. The usage of the circle does not make sense. Nor does the like super accurate reading we were given of it, because like everyone was like, "Oh, it has to be super perfect. It has to be exactly the circle, right?" But like, just to be clear, when Maria identified the circle, what she identified was a drawing like this, like mine, right? Just a general shape with a bunch of squiggles because they did not translate exactly. So like her weird ass face is cool and all. The ritualistic circle does not match up with the death, nor is it certain that it's actually a proper circle. So, how would the poison be administered? Yeah, that's two things, right? Everyone, at that point, everyone was gathered in the main room, except for 3 people. Eva, Hideyoshi, and Natsuhi went to sleep early. Goda was tasked with, taking care of them. Was tasked with staying inside was tasked of staying inside the mansion and, feeding tea to people. They specifically mentioned bringing the tea and whatever. So, if at some point someone came and told Goda, "Hey, can you bring us some tea, or can you bring some tea over to the guests?" He would have, and Shannon would probably have come by and then probably have incited them to drink the poison, and then they would have died. So, the poison you could assume that it could have come from different sources, right? Either someone smuggled it on board already from the start, which is impossible, or at least like... Okay, so yeah, there's 2 motives. One, the person just decided to start doing it upon arriving on the island? Wait, no. No, the person who's decided to do it would be the same person that did the umbrella thing. Yeah, so it's absolutely Natsuhi. Natsuhi poisoned everyone because she found the key. And she had confirmation that the gold exists, like the previous day. From what's his name? From Cross. She had confirmation it existed. As the means to order the servants to, like, drink tea or make tea, she could get poisoned from the garden shed. Like, she just goes outside, gets poison from the garden shed, which, wheat poison, whatever, just make a cocktail. It's definitely bleach. There's definitely a lot of things that she could have used. Feed them all poison, bring them all with the cartwheel that's inside the garden shed, bash their face in. And then, right, is the reason why I'm locking in on Natsuhi and not Eva or Yushi, who could have done the same thing. It's the radial circles. She clearly, if she did the ritual circle on the garden shed and on the bodies, she wants everyone to think that it is all like part of Beatrice's game. She wanted at first to pin the blame on the servants and herself, right? Because they're strength in number and they're all gonna beat up people, whatever. And then everyone realized that's stupid, would move on to the party that died, that's still alive, Eva and Deyoshi. But as far as she's concerned, that could have been anyone else. Could have been Kiri and Rudolph, who survived because they were not in the room. They could have left early too. Nonetheless, she proceeded to she knew that the blame would go on those two until everyone realized there's ritual circles, there's ritualistic deaths. It's gotta be Beatrice. It's gotta be a cultist. It's gotta be, something like that. Right? Which is why there's also a circle on our door. Which is why I'm also hesitating between saying it's either Natsuhi or Jessica. Jessica dislikes her father heavily, but likes her mother enough to put to give her the charm. Jessica could have found the key. Jessica could also have simply asked Goda, hey, the garden shed, how do I open it? Can you give me the key? And Goda would have complied. There's as much evidence that points toward Jessica and Natsuhi in my mind. And until we figure out whether or not Jessica could have left the guest house, I have no idea. But I know for sure that poison was involved. And that any claim that it is, the witch or the Beatrice who did this is going to be bullshit. And the ritual circle is just a distraction. A distraction that someone put in place to make everyone think that it was, in fact, magic. Which is also why it is present on Natsuhi's door. Right? Because, how could the killer, know that there's a charm on Natsuhi's door? It has to be magic. Which it is such a perfect alibi. It is such a perfect way for Jessica to get a stealth kill that there's no way that Jessica could not take the opportunity. I do not know Jessica enough. In fact, she's the son of of Cross. Cross being an asshole, major one. As far as I'm concerned, it could very, very well be Jessica who caused all the murders, and she could absolutely get away with it easily. So that's my guess. I'm gonna go back to where I put it. The key from the shed, that's irrelevant. Anyone who came into the mansion could just have asked Goda, hey, what's the key? It is irrelevant. What isn't is this, which I'm gonna go dumb, and I'm gonna replace it with Natsuhi or Jessica. We're gonna hold it up like this. Probably not that big. And that's gonna be 30% to 70%. That's how confident I am on them being the killers. That's it. That's my theory. That's my entire point, right? That's all I was thinking of. So we're gonna have a long section where people are gonna start talking about, oh, it has to be Beatrice, it has to be the witch who killed them. There's gonna be a long section like this. I know it. It's already gonna happen. Maybe Battler will call them out on their bullshit, but the discussion will come up. The charm will come up, and possibility for someone to have left or not, the guest house will come up. I was thinking at first, there's no way they could leave the guest house because then their suit would be covered in water. But it does not seem to matter because in this universe, everyone has like 20 copies of their own suits inside their luggage. So, like, it has already been established that they all got wet and then changed back into the exact same clothes without an issue. Hi, Malf. Hi, Cartesian. What's up? Okay. Back into the game. Just... I won't be updating those too much. It has to be either of them. In favor of Natsuhi, it is a Beatrice thing. In favor of Natsuhi, or in favor of her being the killer. But in favor of Jessica, it's the charm and just how perfect the crime would be. She would absolutely get away with it. Ironically, the ritual circle on the door is what gave her away. Is what gave either of them away. Just wanted to make sure people would blame the witch instead of, you know, covering their tracks a little. Anyways, just enjoying a lazy Sunday. I'm glad to hear that I did not have a lazy Sunday. I went all across town trying to find an internet cable, did not find shit. That was very annoying. Anyways. Let's start the game. Lunch ended, and the servants removed the tableware and went to the kitchen. The wind and rain neither weakened nor strengthened, and the island remained cut off from the outside world. At first, it seemed as though Natsuhi planned to stop anyone from taking a step outside the room. But when it came time to prepare lunch, she finally realized this would be impossible. Oh, fuck. Thank you. I am stupid. Alright, lunch ended, blah blah blah. Wind neither weakened nor strengthened the cut of the world. She planned to stop anyone when it came to prepare lunch. She realized it would be impossible. Okay. Here we go. However, in order to avoid anyone going alone in the kitchen, she told the 3 servants to go together. Because of that, servants were the first ones given the right to leave the stuffy parlor, which had been packed with 11 people. Since breakfast had immediately followed that terrible incident, preventing most of us from eating much, everyone tore into their lunches in silence.
私が洗いますから、源氏さんとカノン君は少し休んでいてくださいな。
Sounded so high on my end. Here we go. I will wash the dishes. You can rest for a while, Kanon-kun. Genji-san.
何か飲みます？
You want something to drink?
私は結構。
I don't need anything.
カノンは
Kanon?
僕も結構
I
で
don't
す。
need anything either.
お二人とも早朝から大変だったでしょう？
You two must have been so busy and so early in the morning.
参ってしまう
It's
の
no
も仕
wonder you're
方
worn
ない
out.
ことですよ。
Right. Another point that I remember. Another point that I had in favor of Jessica being the killer. For the ritualistic circle, she could have simply just asked Maria or like stole from Maria. Right? Like, she could absolutely have done that. But on the other hand, Natsuhi could have done the same by asking Kinzo. So. But I doubt Kinzo let her in just to do that. Anyways. The only noise was that of Kumasawa washing the dishes, which resounded throughout the kitchen. Genji and Kanon sat in some chairs a short distance away, their eyes lightly closed. Just as Kumasawa had said, the two had probably built up a great deal of fatigue. But that didn't mean they could let it show in front of their relatives. Avoiding that was one of their virtues. The silence had continued for some time. Kanon opened his mouth and muttered, Shannon,
どうして？
why? She had to die in such a horrible way. It's poison, dumbass.
死に方のことは忘れなさい。
Forget about the manner of her death. It was
運が
nothing more than bad luck.
そうですね。
You're right.
ただ
It was nothing more than bad luck.
運がなかっただけです。
They both fell silent once again. Is he talking about the demon roulette or something? Kanon's expression was filled with grief.
シャノンちゃんが死んじゃった
You
なん
think that
て。
Shannon Shan's actually dead.
未だに信じられませんよ。本当にかわいそうに。もう会えないなんて嘘みたいです。もう一度
I just wanted to see her smiling
あの
face
子
one
の
more
笑
time.
顔が見たかったのに。
Kumasawa spoke with her back facing them. After all, Kumasawa hadn't seen Shannon's corpse, so she had no trouble mentioning Shannon's face. Yeah. When Cannon heard those words, it reminded him again of how only half of Shannon's face had been left. His grieving expression twisted even further.
どうしてベアト
Why
リー
did
チェ様は
Beatrice
シャ
Sama
ノ
do
を
that to Shannon? See? Exactly. Now they believe it's a witch. Exactly, I knew it.
生贄が欲し
If
かっ
she
たな
wanted
ら
a sacrifice,
他
there
にも
were
大勢
plenty
い
of
ただ
others
ろ
to
う
choose
に
from.
どうして
Why?
ど
Why?
うして
ただ
It was nothing more
運
than
が
bad
悪
luck.
かっただけだ。少しの
If you were
運が
less
考
lucky,
えば
you or I may not have been lying out there
シャノ
instead
ン
of
の代
Shannon.
わりにあそこに横たわっていたのは、あるいは
Or it could have been someone else
他の
entirely.
誰かだった。全て
Everything is
は
left to fate.
運命だ。
源氏様
They really do think it's just like Beatrice picking people at random, not like someone else inside dimension killing people.
奥様の部屋の扉
Genji-sama
に
said the door to Madame's room was stained with faces, something like that, right? Exactly! They're bringing it up.
シャッターに書か
The
れてい
same
たの
substance
と
that was
同じ
painted
も
on
の
the
で
shutter.
うん。
Indeed,
君の
it was an
悪い跡
unsettling mark,
まるで
almost as though someone with blood-stained
血の
fingers
つ
had
いた
been
指
trying
で
to
ド
pull
ア
the
ノブを
doorknob.
引き抜こうとするかのような部屋。
No, it's crashed through his door.
扉をかき、そんな
That sort of
気の悪い
unpleasant
跡
mark.
だった。
ベアトリーチェ
What
様
does this mean? Beatrice Sama came to this Bella's room
そして
and tried to open the
扉
door,
を開こうとしたけれど開け
but
なかっ
couldn't.
た
Yeah, no, that's stupid. It had to be voluntary. There's no way. Genji thought back to the time he had seen those traces of blood on the door to Natsuhi's room. There was a substance sticking to the door around the doorknob, and the marks of something scratching against the door. I remembered there was another ritualistic circle there. I thought there was. It had definitely appeared as though someone had tried to open the door but couldn't.
どうして
Oh,
奥様は
did
生
the
贄
madam
を免
avoid
れ
being
た
chosen as sacrifice?
もし奥
If
様
only
が
she'd
選
been
ばれた
chosen.
ならシャノ
Shannon
ン
wouldn't.
シャノンが
Shannon wouldn't have had to
死な
die.
なくて済んだのに
Just then, a loud, sharp noise came in from the hall. Both of them turned around, surprised.
面白そうな話じゃねえか。
Oh shit! That's a pretty interesting chat you're having there. Hell yeah, Butler!
俺も混ぜ
Let
て
me join in too. Before any of the servants realized it, Butler was standing in the doorway to the kitchen. Hell yeah! Hell yeah! I gotta mention, because I've seen it. This guy, Butler, he looks great, right? He looks trustworthy. You see him and you think, yeah, I could trust this guy. I could definitely trust this guy, right? But give me a second. I'm trying to find the comparison between his Team Sprite and the well, what's the word? And this Ryokushima sprite? I can't find it. Anyways, original versus Pachinko. Pachinko, yeah, thank you. Pachinko, yeah. It's just the unspoken riz versus sexual harassment. Like, with this picture, when they talk about him just like saying in doorway, I just imagine like his benevolent ass just like smiling like an idiot. But if you tell me the same thing with the Pachinko sprite, I'm thinking something bad is gonna happen, like something terrible is going to happen to these servants. It's awful. Fucking hate that sprite. It sucks. If someone has a meme, please send it in chat.
バトル様
Palo-sama.
これは失礼
Oh,
いたし
rude
ま
of
した
us. Or send it to me in DMs. Sana. Oh, rude of us. Genji-san and Ken stood up, surprised and hastily bowed. But I didn't care about stuff like that. I was more concerned with continuing the discussion.
便所っ
I
て言っ
told
て
them I
抜
was
けさせ
going
て
to
も
the
らったのさ。
bathroom, so they let me go.
ずっとあ
I
の部屋
thought
に
I'd
閉じ込められ
suffocate
て
if
る
I
と
was locked up in that
窒息
room
しちまいそうだったから
any
な。
longer. understand it, Al. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, okay. It's so good. This one. Just like, let's be honest. If we're talking about this guy standing at the doorway, right here, right? This guy stands at the doorway as you're having a discussion. Would you trust him? Would you let him listen to your discussion if this guy showed up at your doorway? I don't think so. I don't think anyone here would. You know what? Chico Battler would get maced on sight. Yeah. Natsuhi has a gun and she's gonna use it. He looks 20 meters tall, and that's right. True. I mean, he is tall for Japanese people, but still. It's reason me calling human resources. It is. It literally is. Come on. The guy on the left. I could be his friend. I could be his bestie. I love the guy. He's great. The guy on the right, I would not approach him with, like, within 1 kilometer. But you come back, they're going to get you in a pyramid scheme. Yeah, no, absolutely. Oh my god, he looks awful. He looks like dog shit. I'm sorry. Whoever drew that probably thought they did a good job, and I'm sorry for them. I'm very sorry for them. He looks like he's about to monologue me. RPG towards the end. Yeah, as the villain. As the villain, not as a good guy. As a villain. It does not look like as a protagonist whatsoever. Anyway. I was about to come ask you guys for some water, but then I overheard something pretty interesting. You don't need to bow your heads or anything. Please, 10 years of rest. That just now wasn't really. I've been listening to you for a while. Don't try to hide it now. So, I'll ask directly. Who is this Beatrice? She's supposed to be a witch from a kid's story, but it doesn't look that way now. Kellen averted his gaze. It was obvious that he didn't want to talk about this, which only made me want to ask even more. Fair enough. While making an effort to smile, I grabbed the collar of his shirt. Oh! Yeah, if it was the other sprite, I would think he's about to kill Cannon. Not gonna lie. Last night, this would have been none of my business. But after this morning, everything changed. Now that Dad and the rest have been killed, this is totally my business. I have the right to listen to this suspicious story, don't I? I glared into Cannon's eyes as he continued to avert his gaze in apparent pain. Yeah, well, you better speak, dumbass. Since there was a big difference in our height, Cannon had to stand on his toes, and it looked like it hurt a bit.
Batora-san.
Son.
Please let go of him.
Cannon-san isn't really hiding anything. And you won't have any problem talking about it, right? It's lonely being out of the loop, you know? I'm surprised he would use violence, though. When I tried to further twist up his collar, Genshi-san cut between us and spoke. In his expression were faint traces that made up his mind to do something. He's gonna kill Battler. He's grabbing a knife. Apparently, he had no intention of hiding it. Well, I can tell you about it. Cannon only hesitated because you might have taken it badly. Hesitating, huh? Not very manly of you. Whatever it is we're talking about, it's even more unpleasant having it kept a secret. Tell me about it. It's not like we have anything better to do before tomorrow comes. A slightly spooky story might be the best way to avoid getting bored. Genji-san and Cannon-kun looked at each other, then nodded as though they decided to talk. Yeah, it's shaping up to be decent detective, physical persuasion included. Absolutely. Like, he already has the deduction skills, but I thought it was gonna be like a passive bitch. I thought this was gonna be like a Phoenix Wright, right? Where the fucking guy gets his shit tossed around and he never does anything until by random luck he finally manages to get it. Butler hears something, hears people talking about shit relating to his parents' death, comes up and just physically threatens them to make them talk and not keep it a secret. You know, that is what we like to see. That is what we like to see. Thank you, Butler. Thank you. I like you even more now. I forgive you for the boobs incident. Plus, the biggest pair of boobs is gone, so you're gonna stop making those jokes, right? Right? Let's hope so.
わかりました。
Understood.
何でもお聞き
Please
くだ
ask
さい。
us anything. This is when the story becomes multi-choice.
お話しします。
We will talk. I get to choose my questions here. Watch this.
ああ。
Right.
じゃあ、聞
And
く
then I'll ask.
ぜ。
Look, it's gonna give me a prompt.
ベアトリーチェってのは一体何なんだ
Who in the world is Beatrice?
俺が知ってる限り
All I
だ。
know is that she's a
ロケン
witch
島
who
の
lives
森
in
に
the
住ま
forest
う
of
魔女ってこと
Rokenjima.
になってる。
Rokenjima means Rock Island, right?
森に入ると危ないから
I've
って
heard
ん
it's a story
ね。
grandmother or someone
まあ
invented.
様あたりが
People
作
out
り
of
出
the
した
dangerous
脅し
forest.
話違うのか。
Is that wrong?
いえ、
No, it
違いませ
isn't
ん。
wrong.
その通りで
It's
す。
as you say.
ベアトリーチェ様は
Beatrice is a witch who dwells in the
ロッ
forest
ケ
of
ン島の森
Rokenjima.
に住まわれる魔女であらせられます。
バトラ様
Butler-sama,
にわかには
I
信
don't
じられな
expect
い
you
で
to
しょう
believe this all of a
ベ
sudden.
アトリーチェ
But
様は
Beatrice 様
存在
exists.
するのです親方様
She
に
is the
莫
real
大な
person,
黄
the
金を
one gave the
授け
master a vast amount of gold,
長
and
い
worked
こと
by
お
his
そば
side
に
for
お
many
仕えし
years.
た実在
は
Huh?
あよせ
Ah,
や
come
よ
on.
せやい
Is his grandfather paying you to repeat everything he says? I laughed like it was a joke. But neither Genji-san nor Canon Kim laughed. Not even Kumasa or Bat-chan was avoiding my eyes flustered as she started washing the dishes. So unfortunately, I was the only one laughing. Painfully, bitterly.
な
I
るほど
see. That's why Genji-san
源
refused
氏
to
さん
mention
が
it.
断るこいつは確
If you
かに
really mean
正
it,
気じゃ
of course I
気
take
を
it
悪く
badly.
するつまり
So, you're saying that a
ベアト
person
リーチェ
named
っていう名
Beatrice
の人物は
actually
実在
exists?
するんだな
はい
Yes.
親方
She has
様
been
が
working for the
こ
master
の
since
島に
before
お
the
屋敷
mansion
を
was built on
構
this
える
island.
以前かおそらく
She has most likely been working for him even
私よ
longer
りも
than I have.
長くお使いし
なんてこっ
What
た
do you know? Kiri-san's theory was off.
キリエさんの仮説は外れたな
My ass. My ass. 100% false. And my best bet of what Beatrice is currently doing, she's watching someone trying to like feed the key, feed the enigma after finding out the gold is a real thing and just laughing from afar. She is not physically intervening in this. 100%. I know it.
じいさまにベアトリーチェという名の腹心は
Lady
実在したってわけだ
Why would there be blood? I just realized, why would there be blood on the door if they were poisoned? Because they are poisoned. Like, it is, either it's something indetectable. Something that isn't, like, outwardly physical that killed them. So poison it is. Maybe it's something else similar to poison, but it has to be some sort of poison. Now, if someone wanted to kill Natsuhi, why would they do it after poisoning everyone else? Why would they do it? Like, if the person doing it did it because they have the key, which is like 900% likely, why would they do it after killing Shannon, Goda, and 4 people? That's 6 persons. They would not need to go after Natsuhi. The door, because I'm bored. Fair enough, got you back. Fair enough. That is a good reason. That is a good reason. All I'm saying is there should be no door. There should be no blood. If they said only scratch marks, right? There were scratch marks on the door, I would have believed it. But it's not just scratch marks. It's also blood. So it's not. It's just not that.
そいつは今
Is that
この
person
島にいる
yagging
んだ
now?
な
Can you make poison out of roses?
はい。
Yes.
いらっしゃっていると
I
思いま
believe that
す。
she is here. I'm asking this because I'm wondering if like someone took the roses to make poison with it And that's why our dear Maria could not find her own rose. Like, I'm wondering if that's actually plot relevant. Yes, I believe that she's here.
曖昧な言い方だな。
That's a vague way to say it.
ってことは、
I guess that means you
昨
haven't
日
seen
今
her
日そいつの顔
face
を見たっ
today
てわ
or
けじゃなさ
yesterday.
そうだな。
はい
That is correct.
大変申し上げが
It
たい
is
のです
extremely
が
difficult to say, but
そ
Kennen-kun once again dropped his gaze, avoiding my eyes.
なんだよ、そ
Come
こで
on,
切る
don't
な
just stop
よ。
there.
寸止めみたい
Like
で気
freezing
持
an
ち
inch
悪い
before the
ぜ。
blow, right? I urged him on jokingly again. However, it looked like Kennen was still confused as to whether he should speak or not. Then Kumasawa Bachan whispered. Kumasawa is Beatrice! Kumasawa is Beatrice! Oh my god! Oh, did I not see it? Since the beginning! Kumasawa is Beatrice! No fucking way! I laugh, Kumasawa is Santa. True. I mean, like, 100%. He's Beatrice. It checks out. Look, she's gonna say it. Oh, Battler, I am Beatrice.
お顔を見ように
You
も
cannot see her face,
ベアトリーチェ
because
様に
Beatrice
は
Sama
お
has no
姿
form,
がありませんから
except in front of you.
お姿が
She has no.
なんだって
What did you say?
ベアトリーチェ
Beatrice 様
様
has
は
nobody.
ですから
Therefore,
ベ
unless
アト
Beatrice
リーチェ
Sama
様
wishes
がお
it,
望みになら
women
ない
people like
限
us are not able to see her
り
form.
私ども凡庸で
ベアトリーチェ様
Ah,
が
god damn
人
it.
の
I
姿
really
をさ
thought
れ
she
て
was
い
gonna
た
아,
be
頃の
Beatrice.
絵があの肖像画の
I
も
have
の
heard
な
of the
のだと
portrait.
か
Shows what Beatrice Sama looked like back when she had a human form.
そのお
It
姿を
seems
懐
he
か
yearned
し
for
み
that figure so much, he
よ
would
く
often
肖
spend
像
all
画
of
の
that
前
portrait.
に佇まれ
ベアトリーチェ様は
Beatrice
時
Sama
折
sometimes shows herself by changing her
輝く
form
蝶の
into
姿に
glittering
身を変
butterfly.
えられて現れ万一
On the rare
お
occasion
屋敷
that
の
you
中
spot
でお
them
見かけ
somewhere
し
in
た
the
場合に
mansion,
は
there is a rule
決
that
し
you
てその
absolutely
後を追っ
mustn't
ては
chase
なら
after
ない
them.
決まりです追えば不幸
It
があ
is
るとさ
whispered
さやかれ
that
て
you
い
will
ま
meet
す
with disaster if you do.
その金を
In
破り
fact, there was a
大
servant
怪我
with
を
that
して辞
rule
めた
was
使用
quit
人も
because of
実
the
際
great
にいます
おいおい
Oh,
マ
wait
ジ
a
か
thing. Are you
よ
kidding me?
あんたら
Are you all
本気で
serious
そん
about
な
this?
話をしているのか
Is
よ
this when Beatrice makes her first appearance? I hope so.
バトラス
Battler Sama. Beatrice
す
Sama
で
has
に
already
ベアトリー
arrived.
チェ様がお越しになっておら
Is
れ
that
ま
what
す
the wind is?
そのようなお
Such
言
language may
葉
be unwise.
よろしく
ベアトリーチェ様は
Beatrice Sama does not
ご
like
自
it
身
when
を
she's
冒涜され
profane.
る方その存在を
If you
疑
doubt
え
her
ば
existence, you will
必
thoroughly
ずや
meet
不幸
with
が降りかか
disaster.
るでしょう
He has the charm. He has the charm. And I 100% believe Maria
気
has
持
the
ちの
charm
悪
works.
いお話とお思いでしょ
If she has no form, she, one, could not have done the killing, two, could not have given the letter. Battler-san probably find this topic unpleasant.
ですがね
But you know what?
ベアトリーチェ様は
Beatrice Sama does
い
exist.
るんですよ
います
She exists.
それを
Beatrice
疑
Sama
われる
hates people who doubt that.
ベ
The
アト
servants
リ
won't
ーチ
believe
ェ
in
様
people.
は
I
ここ
guess
の
when you've seen your colleagues
嫌わ
die,
れます
or like suffer because they didn't believe in her, you tend to believe.
わかりませんか
Don't you
バトル
tell
様
Battler-sama?
ベアトリーチェ
Beatrice
様は
Sama has already arrived here.
今すでに
おいおい
Come
よ
on,
せよ
quit it.
俺
I'm
そうい
weak
うのは
against the
弱いんだ
stuff.
ぜ脅しっこ
Enough
なし
with
に
the
しろ
cheap
い
threats. However, there was no trace of joke in the eyes of the three servants. On surface, I laughed and tried to look unconcerned, but I was quickly starting to sober up. Their eyes were also sobering up fast.
バトラさん
Hala-san, I beg that you stop
お願い
profaning
ですから
Beatrice-sama.
悪いことは申し上げません
Kumasawa Bat-chan was usually cheerful and would always tease people. Now spoke with a totally serious face.
Eh.
Well,
い
even if you say she exists,
俺には何も見え
I
ない
don't see
ぜ
anything.
今
Are you trying to
俺
say
の
she's
隣
standing
にいる
right
とで
next
も
to
言
me
え
or
るの
something?
かよ
Guys, she's right behind me, isn't she? just in case, I am putting that capture on screen. Right, I'm just copy pasting that. I'm just copy pasting that for now, and if it turns out that, like, she is actually behind him.
冗談よせ
Quit joking around. Oh! Oh! Maria did the killings. Huh. Okay, but so it is true, yeah. Where do I put this? I need a new place to put this. Yeah, radio seems good. Under Maria being completely deranged. Here we go. Perfect. Let's move back. Just then, that unnerving laugh suddenly filled the kitchen. When I turned around, Maria was standing there by the entrance. But her expression and the feeling about her presence, fit exactly the same as the servants. Whether your wavelength matches or not is determined at birth. Battler, you were born with a mismatched wavelength. That's why you can't see her. I got it. That's why you can't meet with her. And that's why you can't talk to her. Here's the type Beatrice hates the most. Maya laughed like it was funny, but it sounded extremely eerie. I'm assuming it's not Maria doing this. It was almost like she was laughing at me because I alone didn't understand. Do you want to know about Beatrice? Beatrice is a 1,000-year-old witch. Kidding Ethan off for genetics. Awful. Awful. Didn't know she was in eugenics. I mean, Beatrice would be. She is a monster. She is an absolute monster. I think. With all of the demons at her command, she can harness the power of alchemy to create the philosopher's stone and a vast quantity of gold. Grandfather built up all the vast wealth of the Ushiramiya family by making a contract with her. Yesterday, I read Beatrice's letter, didn't I? That was real. Well, I guess it's pointless for me to try and force you to believe. After all, looks like you were born without a trace of the sixth sense. What are you talking about? Witches, demons? Who told you about that? Butler aside you. I heard it from Beatrice herself. Maria kept doing that unpleasant laugh. However, the servants who watched over this didn't even blink. She got it from that witch in the portrait adorning the entrance hall. Maria kept on laughing in a weird voice, as though this was nothing more or less than the truth. Maria, it might be rude to ask, but ask one more time, okay? Who gave you that letter yesterday? Yeah, if she has no form. I got it from Beatrice. How many times must I tell you before you understand? You don't get it, do you? You can't see it. You can't believe it, can you? Without love, it cannot be seen. Is that where I'm gonna say the line? Then, Maya's laughter suddenly stopped. Butler, you still don't understand? Beatrice-sama exists. He exists, you say. But where? Like I said, Beatrice-sama exists here. Right. Now that I think about it, I've been feeling for a while now that the servants' eyes haven't been pointed in quite the right direction. I figured they were just staring absentmindedly, but that wasn't the case. The four here, Genji-san, Kanon-kun, Kumasawa-san, and Maria, everyone except me, was looking at a spot right behind me. Oh. You gotta be kidding me. I need to save those for posterity. It's so good. Okay. Holding my breath tightly, slowly looked over my shoulder. Of course, there wasn't anyone there. I've known that the whole time. However, everyone in the room except me was focusing on that point, as if there was someone there. Beatrice is a mighty golden witch who has lived for 1,000 years. G intensifies? What is that G? Since she can't show a form to humans of the wrong wavelength, he can't talk to them. And you know what? That's really sad. It means she truly despises me, and people like you, who are born without a fragment of the ability needed to sense magic, deny that she exists. You're lucky, Battler. Good thing I gave you that charm yesterday, right? Don't you realize what kind of curse Beatrice would have put on you by now, if you hadn't been carrying it around? Oh, anime effect of somebody staring at you. You're so fucked. You really are lucky, Battler. Oh my god, Maria Crashout. Holy shit. Oh, that Scorpion keychain. I thought it was just some cheap gift or something, but are you saying it really had some power? If it weren't for that, you'd be lying in that storehouse as a sacrifice to your face crushed by now. You're so lucky, Battler. See, but if it weren't for that, I'd have been killed by now. Battler, why don't you believe in Beatrice? Even though she exists. Right now, over there, look. Hey, I'll bet you want to believe it now. Believe it. And thank me for giving you that charm. He's gonna throw away the charm. He's gonna throw it away. If it weren't for that, you'd be in the storehouse right now. And then, maybe you would have saved someone else in exchange, right? Right then, I burst into laughter. Playing witches has been pretty fun up until a second ago, but unfortunately, that last one seems to be too much for me to gloss over. It's all useless, isn't it, Maria? If that's true, then I'm sorry, but it's all useless. What do you mean? When Maria saw me suddenly start laughing, she stopped. Even though she didn't understand what I was laughing at, she realized it wouldn't be pleasant for her. He said what? It's all useless. Okay, I guess that's his stretch phrase. That's his new catchphrase. It's a land battle, Jack. I thought it might hurt you, so I didn't say it earlier, but... Well, I thought I put that charm you gave me in my pocket. But I must have dropped it somewhere. Hell yeah! Hell yeah, Battler! Fucking hell, yeah! Battler, I believe it. Insert rest of German Naruto OP? What? What are you talking about? I know different countries had different openings for like old anime. I know the French ones were also absolutely dog shit. So the charm can't be the only reason I'm alive now. And even though I should have been cursed by the witch, I'm perfectly fine. Sorry, but I don't believe in things I don't see with my own eyes. Sixth senses? Wavelength? Magic sensitivity? Sorry, but I don't believe in fake stuff like that. When I hear the girls in class stop talking about how good or bad their ability to sense the supernatural is, it pisses me off. Don't know how much grandfather is paying you, but if you're trying to talk to me into joining some cult, believe me, you won't be able to do it that easily. Battler-sama. You guys are free to believe whatever you want. I'll watch it in a bit. I want to wait for this thing to end that I watch. However, when it comes to the things I believe, the one with sides is always me.
悪いがこの目で見るまでベアトリーチェなんてうさんくさいものの存在を信じるわけにはいか
Sorry,
な
but
い
I
ぜ
can't believe in something as shady as Beatrice until I've seen her with my own eyes. I spoke forcefully and sharply, and Maria started cackling again. Well, that's just fine, isn't it? Eventually, even people like you who totally mismatched wavelengths will be able to see Beatrice. Very soon, she will revive. Beatrice will revive. Once that happens, he's promised to talk with me and play with me a lot. There'll be absolutely no need for you to doubt, of course, to force you to believe. She will appear very soon. Yeah, he doesn't take it. He does not believe it. I was expecting him to turn around and suddenly leave as Beatrice. I'm surprised that Beatrice still hasn't shown up. I like the twist, like that he actually threw away the charm. So the charm was just for show. Which is just another hint. That whole deal with Natsuhi's door and the blood and the scratch marks, well, bullshit. Okay, let me go on Chrome just so I can watch what you sent. Give me a second. Chrome. Alright, it's streaming? Okay.
12 years ago, a nine-tailed fox suddenly appeared.
If you believe it.
Naruto, Naruto,
What the fuck is this?
Here I am with my ninja clan. Ninja clan, here we stand. Naruto, I'm on my way. Naruto, I'll be okay. Getting ready to fight on sight. Got my best friends by my side. Sasuke, he's really cool. Sakura, the beautiful.
Sasuke is really cool. Sakura, the beautiful. Amazing. Oh my god. I would watch that. That sold me on the show. I'm gonna watch Naruto now. Surely an avant-garde masterpiece still ahead of current time. Yeah, the rap section. Why the fuck was there so much rap back then? Right? I watch videos of like old ads, old shows, whatever. They always have rapping back then. No, yeah, Mac, you're right. I just read your comment. Yeah, they always have rapping for some fucking reason. I don't get it. Why? Why is there rapping? Always. This is like that one FNAF song. Which one? There's a lot of FNAF songs. You mean the My Name is David one? My name is Edwin. I made the mimic. Fucking love that song. It's so good. Yeah, that one. Oh my god. Okay, wait. After a meal, some people tend to head to the bathroom, while others prefer to relax for a bit. I think that several people had left the parlor, just like I did when I went to the kitchen to drink some water. Also, we did genuinely mean to do that. In the end, Natsuhi reluctantly retracted the order that everyone remain packed into the parlor, on the condition that no one headed out on their own or strayed too far. In any case, if 11 people are shut up in the same room, starting early in the morning, the air will start to stagnate. Also, quite some time had passed, so everyone was starting to recover from the shock of that morning, and their sense of danger might have been weakening too. However, there's a certain fact that 6 people had been killed inside this mansion. So no one was completely negligent. Whenever they went out into your way for a breath of fresh air, trying to act tough, they would quickly get scared of standing there, isolated, and would eventually return to the parlor. I guess it's like the north wind and the sun. If you force someone to stay shut in, they'll resist. But if you tell them to do whatever they want, they'll come back to you obediently. I do not get this reference. Sorry. People really do not like doing. People really do like not doing what they're told. When the servants finished cleaning up from the meal, they returned obediently to the parlor, just as Natsuhi had told them to, and sat on the sofa near the entrance, patiently waiting orders. Maria, almost as though she had suddenly finished playing witches, had returned to the pure Maria I knew well, saying, ooh-hoo. Yeah, that's the Maria I like. The other Maria I don't like. What in the world happened back there? I hadn't felt even an atom of the presence of this person called Beatrice, who was supposedly standing behind me, invisible. However, felt like I glimpsed a little of that presence in San Maria.
確かに
You're right.
マリアちゃんは
When
魔
Maria
女
starts
とか
talking
の
about
話に
witches,
なると
the
人が変わる
personality
ね。
changes.
昨日
Yeah,
海
but
岸で
Kim,
バ
you
ト
also
ラ
saw
君を
it
見た
done
で
by
し
the
ょ。
beach yesterday, right?
サソリのキ
That
ーホルダー
scorpion
の
key
時
chain?
か。
What is that sound every time? That chime. There keeps being a chime. What? What is that chime? Oh, it's just the music. Okay. Thought it was like updating clue or something. Okay. You mean that scorpion key
Oh, yeah.
chain? No, I don't mean
あ
like
んな
when her
機嫌
feelings
を損
were.
ねるみたいな、まるでその
I'm talking about her having a dual
二
personality
重
or
人
something.
格みたいな感じで。
ああ
Yeah, that happens
たま
sometimes
に
too.
そういうさっきマリアが
That
魔法
thing
陣の
Maria
話
did
を
when she was
始めた
talking
時
about
み
the
たいな
magic
やつ
circle does happen every
た
now and
ま
then.
にあるぜ気持ち悪いけどな
Freaky though. Apparently Jessica has spotted that Maria a few times. I just happened to catch it at a bad moment. I was pretty freaked out seeing it for the first time. Oh, so everyone else saw it before. Okay.
あれってのは
Oh,
何なん
what is
だ。
that?
マリアは二重
Does
人格
Maria
か
have a
何か
dual
なのか。
personality or something?
それとも
Or are you saying that the
本当に霊感
spiritual
が強か
sense
ったり
really
と
is
か
that
して
strong?
そう
She's
いうの
being
に
possessed by a
憑依され
spirit
た
or
りとか
whatever.
しちまうのかよ。
No,
そ
I
ういうの
don't
じゃ
think
ない
it's
と
that.
思うよ。バトラ君にも
Haven't you
経
ever
験ない？
experienced it?
小さい頃、
When you were
自分以
small,
外の
did you
誰
ever
かにな
want
り
to
た
be
かった
someone
なん
other
て
than
こと。
yourself? When humans are born, no one has any individuality. True. However, when they reach their growth period, the sense of self starts to be born. They want to be different than other people. And since everyone else in their class is learning the same things at the same rate, being forced into the same lifestyle, of course they aren't going to find anything that makes them different from everyone else around them. Once they realize that, the first thing they do is start breaking the rules in what's called their rebellious stage. Since everyone else follows the rules, they want to show off their individuality by breaking them. But she's 10! There's no rebellion? She's 10 years old! She's a 10-year-old autistic child. There is no rebellion? Batter hasn't been around for like 6 years. Yeah, no, I do believe it. I'm just surprised that it actually happened before. Looking everyone around them, calling them childish, can should be viewed as cute kids searching for themselves if you look at it that way. Well, I actually know about all this like I'm smart, but I actually got it secondhand from George. I myself was one of those embarrassing guys who thought it was cool to act like a little bastard. Well, that was when I was at the age where you try to show off as the opposite sex.
成長期の根底には
And now he tries to
子
show
供
off
から
as the
脱
same
却したい
sex.
というひよこが
Base
殻を
gay
破る
Batman.
のに似た衝動があ
We
る。
love him. We love him. The main feature of the growing period lies in an impulse to break away from your life as a kid, like a chick trying to crack open the shell of her egg, or like Rosa beating up Maria. That's also helping her grow, right, George? That's your stance, right? That we should let moms beat up their children? I fucking hate him. I wish he dies.
子供と大人の違いは何かわかるか
Okay,
い？
my George 8 coda has been filled for today. I will not do it again. I promise I won't do it again. I promise. You know what makes children and adults different?
年齢
Age?
それとも
Or do you mean
体
size?
格
But it doesn't even show up anymore. It just goes for it. True. Yeah, that checks out. That checks out.
違うよ。
No.
経験だよ
It's。experience.
大人が子供を見
Adults
下
can
す
look
の
down
は
on children because
人
children
生
have
経
very
験が
little life
少ないから
experience.
だよ。
But no.
子供が何を
The
言って
reason
も
they snort
鼻で
whatever
笑って
children
しまうの
say
は
is because they think
世
they know
間知らず
nothing
の
about
く
the
せに
real
と
world.
見下しているからだよ。
No, it's because kids' brain are not fully developed. George. Kids' brains are not developed too.
あ
Yeah,
あ、そ
I
ういうの
understand
わかる
that.
ぜ。子供の頃
When you're a kid, you
妙
talk
に
like
人
you've
生
got
って
life
も
all
う
figured
先
out
に切ったよう
somehow.
なことを
Trying
口
to
にし
act
て
like an adult.
年長者ぶりたくなり大人は子供が何
No
を
matter
言っ
what
ても
kids say, adults just snore at them and say we're too naive.
社会に
Or
出
that
れ
they'll
ば分か
understand
る
when
と
we get
か
older or
鼻で
something.
笑ってる。まあ実際そうなん
Well,
だけど
it's probably true.
子
But
供
to a
的
kid,
に
it's
は
just
そういうの
annoying.
って
Like they're
見
being
下
looked
され
down
てるみたい
upon.
でムカつくんだよな。
なるほどな。
I get it.
知識や経
It's a
験の
question of
有無か
knowledge and experience.
確かに。
Well, I guess you're
年齢
right.
だけ
There's
無駄
no
に食っ
reason
てて
to
も
respect a
尊
person
敬
for
はさ
their
れねえ
age.
よ
They
な。
just wasted their lives. Rude.
となるとつまり子供から脱
Therefore,
却し
during
た
the
いという
period when
衝
they
動を
try
持
to
つ時期
separate
に
themselves from other
かつ
children,
他者とは違
they
うと
also
いう
try to
個
take
性
on a
を持ちた
personality
くな
that
る
tries different from those around them.
子供からの脱
And if
却は
knowledge
つ
and
まり
experience is what separates
知
kids
識
and
や経
adults,
験なのだとし
なるほど。
I get it.
他人
If
の
they
持
know
ち得ない
something
知
no
識
one
を
else
持つこ
knows,
とが
it becomes part of their
一
identity.
つのアイデンティティになるわけか。
小学校の頃
You
とか
know,
さ、
when I was in
ク
elementary
ラスの
school,
誰も知らないこ
I
と
learned
を知っ
things
て
no
い
one
たり
else knew.
持っていたり身につけ
Did
てい
things
た
no
り
one
する
else
と
had.
ヒーローに
Wear
なれる
things
ん
no
だ
one
よ。
else wore. You become a bit of an hero for it.
バトラもそういう経
I
験
bet you've
あ
done
るだ
the
ろ
same thing, Battler.
あるある。
Yeah,
何
yeah.
か一芸に
But
秀で
definitely
たい
an
と
age
思
when I
う年
wanted
頃
to
って
excel in some skill or
確かに
whatever.
あるな。なるほどな。
I see. That's because I was
それ
trying
が
to separate
子供
myself
から
from
の脱
being a
却。
child.
つまり
I'm going through my growing
成長期
period.
って
In
わ
other
けか。
words. This is all false. This is all wrong.
健全な意
This
味での
makes
成
no
長期は
sense.
そうして没個性を脱却するため
Literally none
に
of what they said makes
人が
any
持た
sense.
ない
Give me a
知
second,
識
I'm
や
gonna
ス
drink.
キルを身につけることを促す。
Here we go. Put a positive spin on it. The growing period forces you to separate yourself from others, thereby pushing you to gain skills and knowledge no one else has.
これは
This is
社会
also
学的に
interesting
も
from a
面白いことだ
sociological
よ。
standpoint.
人が
Because
没
it's
個
not
性を
true.
嫌うために人
Because
と
people
違う
like
技
being
術
like
を身
everyone
に
else.
つけよう
They
と
try
す
to
る。
learn skills other people don't know.
これにより
In this
社会
way,
は
society can
幅
acquire
広い
a
技
broad
術を
range of
獲得
skills
して立
needed to
脚
survive.
神々の高度な
We're
プ
gonna
ロ
need
グラ
some
ミン
peer
グ
reviewed
に
studies on
驚
this,
かされる
George.
ね。
Like at least one or two. The quality of the gospel grabbing is really surprising. Yeah, just one or two,
まあ
please.
個性がネガティブに働くこともある
Well,
ね。
unique personality traits can also be negative, right?
クラスみんなが
Like
真
if,
剣に
say,
勉強してるか
everyone
ら
in the class was
俺だけ
studying
はサボ
hard,
って
and
目
I
立
was the
と
only
う
one
とか
slacking
よ。
off, trying to stand out. Yeah, that aspect was really what's true about me. It's only recently that I've been able to thank the middle school teacher who slapped me after school.
でもまあ、
But
誰
well,
も飛べな
I
い
tried
飛
to
び
jump
箱を
over
飛ん
things
で
no
や
one
りた
else
いと
could.
成績のいい
Trained
連
as
中を
fast as I
周回
could,
遅れに
trying
さ
to
せてや
lap
る
those
ぜ
guys
っ
with good
て
grades
マラ
when
ソ
we
ン
did
で
a
全力
marathon.
疾走とか
I just felt like doing it.
そういう気持ちはあった。勉強はダメ
It
だった
wasn't
か
my
ら
nature that if I couldn't
少なく
study
とも
well,
運動では見
then
返
at
し
least
て
I
やる
could
ぜ
get back at
って
them by
根性はあっ
exercising.
た。なるほど。
I see.
ちゃんと
So I
成長
really
して
did
る
go
な。
through a perfect growing period.
男子って
I
や
guess
っぱり
boys
肉
really
体
tend
的
to
な
focus
方
more
面
on
に関
physical
心が向
stuff.
くよな。でもよ、
But you
同
know,
じ時期に女子
you're
は
not the same
精
age
神
to
的
focus
な面に
more on
向きやすいんだ
mental,
よ。
spiritual things. I think at my age, I think my way of differentiating myself was being a Brody. I was huge into My Little Pony when I was like 13. Like, you guys can't believe, for like 5 years or so, I was just art focused on My Little Pony since I was like 12 or 13. I don't remember. That was my growing period. It was the lamest one ever. Genuinely. But it was still my growing period.
バトラのクラスの女子にも
I'll bet there were groups of
占いと
girls
か
in
霊
the
感
classes
と
that
か
got really
そんなこ
interested
と
in
言ってる
fortune
女子
telling
連
and
中
the
のグルー
spiritual
プがあっ
sense.
たりしただろ。
ああ、
Yeah,
あった
yeah.
あった
There were.
人の星座
They'd
とか
come
血
over,
液型とか
asking for
聞
my
いてき
sign and my
て
blood type.
ああ、
And
や
they
っ
laughed.
ぱり
Ah,
い
I
くつ
thought so. Giggle, giggle.
とか笑われる
It
と
really got on my
大い
nerves.
にムカついたもんだぜ。どこのクラスに
No
行って
matter
も
which class you go
女子
to,
は
girls
占い
like
が好きだ
fortune
し
telling.
決まって霊感に強いだの弱いだの感受性がどうこ
Deciding
見えな
whether
い
his
ものが見
spirit
えち
sense
ま
is
うだ
strong
ろ
or weak, what
そういう
sensitive
出
he
会い
is,
が必ずいた
whether he
もん
can
だ
see
ぜ
the unseeable. That kind of thing definitely happened to me. Wink, wink.
占いも霊感も 学校で
That's
は
because
教えない
watching
も
that
の
in
だから
spiritual
ね。
senses. Things that aren't taught at school.
男の子と違い、
Girls who tend to be
内
more
向的な世
introverted.
界、それはアイデン
The
ティティ
genre
を
that
確立
seems
し
to
やす
build
く
an
て、
entity
か
upon.
つ興味深
And
いジャ
one
ンル
that
なん
holds
だ
a
よ。
lot of interest for them.
男子が成長期に
It's
入
like
ると
how when
急
boys
に
enter the
悪か
green
ったりして
period,
大人
we
に
start
反抗を始めるのと
watching
全く
dumbass
同じ。
shows and do nothing against adults.
女子も成長期に
When
入
girls
る
enter the
と
green
そういう
period,
のに
start
興
getting
味が出る
interested
よう
in
にな
that
るん
kind
だ
of
よ。
thing.
私はそうでもなかっ
Well,
たけど
I
さ。
didn't though. So, Maria having so much interest in the occult isn't that rare among girls her age.
年頃の女の子としては
When are you getting to
そう
the
珍
point?
しくもないってことか。
It was very irrelevant. Even if we accept that, I wonder if it explains like freaking dual personality. Occult is just like it's just her autistic hyperfixation, and every time someone mentions it, she just like goes full rant mode about it, like constantly. If you want to go like a purely mental one and not like magic, there's definitely magic involved here. I know the death isn't magical, but like Maria's state is magical. Bad Life is like the type of kid that tore down the toilet stall door and no one talked about it. Yeah, he tore it down for like nobody and no one cared. No one brought it up. Except the teachers. So I think I probably could accept that explanation more or less.
さっきも言った通り、
As you
大
just
人に
said,
なるという
becoming
の
an
は
adult means
知識
gaining
や経
knowledge
験を持つ
and
ことを言う。
experience.
だから、
So
そ
to
れを
gain
得るた
that,
めに
it's necessary
子
for
供たち
children
は
to
いろいろ
learn
な
all
こ
sorts
とを
of
学ん
things
で
and break free
子
from
供を
childhood.
脱却しなければならないんだけど、子供の世界
However,
に
there are certain
今も
convenient
昔も
delusions
はびこってい
that
る
often in the world
あ
of
る
children,
便利な妄想があ
both
るんだ
now
よ。
and in the past.
わかるかい？
Do you know what I mean?
漫画やアニメに多いだ
See it
ろ。
all the time in manga and anime, right?
ほら、あれだよ。
It's kind of like that. Okay, I gotta bring it up again. The reveal that Battler threw the charm away. I love that. I love that one. That was a great reveal. That's all I say. That's all I will say. But that was a great one. Okay. You see it all the time in manga and anime, right? It's kind of like that. Here we go.
前世の記憶が蘇って
Like you got memories from previous life that start to resurface.
偉大なるなんとかの魂が乗
Like
り
you're
移
being
って
possessed by the
とか
soul of great something or whatever.
あ
It
他に
could
も
be that a
遺伝子
sleeping
が覚
gene
醒
gets
したり
awakened.
とか封印さ
Or
れてい
maybe
た
a sealed
能力や
power,
記
memory
憶などが
returns.
戻った
It's all
り
kinds.
とかいろいろあるな。どういうわけか
For some reason,
あの時期
stuff
は
like
そう
that's
いうのが
really
やたらと
popular
流行
at
る
that
もん
age.
さ。どうしてだ
Why is that?
今挙げたキー
All
ワ
of
ー
those
ドは全
examples you
て
just mentioned
子
are
供の自分
illusions
に
that the
知
children
識や
immediately
経験
add
を
to the
直ちに
knowledge
付加
and
できる
experience.
幻想だからだよ。
We've been going on for like 10 minutes about something that is just completely false, either in real life or in game. What are they saying?
9歳の女の子も
If a
1000年を
9-year-old
生きた
girl
魔
says
女
she's
が
a
私に憑依してい
5-year-old
ると
witch
言い出せば、
possessing her.
でも
あとは
What? No, I can
子
click
供
the
か
wrong
らの
button.
脱却願望には必ず自分の理想像の自己投
And she
影
gains
が
a
行われ、
1,009-year-old identity. Yeah, that is just false. Basically, studying is annoying, but the delusions are convenient for people who want to brag about having the skill no one else has. Amazing people around them. So you could brag about something without having to work hard or study. Yeah, but like that doesn't fit with Maria because she studied. You're cool. She spent a lot of time studying it. Isn't that its great extreme? Yeah, but that's false. She constantly studies it. Furthermore, in the desire to separate themselves from being kids, they always project an image of their ideal self.
その願望の
And it's
姿
not
が
rare for the desire
別
self to
人格
become
と
an
して
alternate
形成される
personality.
ことが少なくない。
What are you talking about? Dude! What are you talking about? What is this guy saying?
バトラ君だって
Even
家
you
と
about
学
it,
校で
Ken.
は
Probably has
多
a
少キャ
slightly
ラクタ
different
ーが違う
personality
とい
at
う
home
こ
and
と
at
があるん
school.
じゃないかな。
That's just being a normal human person. That everyone acts differently among different people. I don't act the same when I'm in the family compared to when I'm on stream or when I'm in VC with friends. George, what are you saying? What are you on about, dude? You as fuck. This guy's dumb.
多分家での自分の
Probably
姿
be
を
embarrassing
ク
if
ラスの
friends
友
at
人
school
たちに
saw
見せる
you
の
were
は
alone.
恥ずかしいはずだよ。学校の自分
Cool.
は
You try
自
to
分
protect
のなりた
yourself
い
as you
姿
want
の
to
投
be.
影で
But home is
家
where
の
you
自分は
you are
本
your
来
true
の
self.
姿だから。
Someone shut him up. Someone... Natsuhi, you have a gun, you're in the same room. Shut him up. Make him shut up, please. I beg you, Natsuhi. I beg you. So in other words, changing my personality depending on the situation.
人格の多重化は
Are you trying to say having
ごく
multiple
ごく当たり
personalities
前
is
だと言
actually
いたい
really
わけか
common?
オカルトが好きな
The
女子
girl
は
who's a fan you
それ
quote
を
might say
脅
she's
威
being
と言ったり
possessed or
覚醒
awakened.
と言正直
Honestly, there are some kids who change their personality so much it's creepy.
男子にもいるだ
And
ろ
some boys do it too, right?
切れたとか言って
Guess say they've
やたら
blown
め
their
ったら
top
粗
and
暴キャ
suddenly
ラに
turned
変
into
身するや
some
つが
overplayed violent character. Oh my god. It reminded me when I was in like first years of junior school. I really thought I had watched way too much anime, and I really thought that like when I get angry, I would like gain so much power and be like so powerful, and just I was holding myself back all throughout, right? And then I got beat up. And unsurprisingly, that strength did not come up. That strength did not appear. And on that day, I realized anime was false. Anime lied to me. When I say beat up, I just mean like someone like tackled me and I fell on the floor. And I felt like I wanted to get revenge. And I couldn't. Because of it. Anime is wrong. Do not trust in anime.
あれ本人はかっこいい
And
と
I
思っ
was
てるん
so
だろうけ
cringe
ど
when I was a kid.
見てて痛いよな
Jesus. I bet they think it's pretty cool, but it's painful to watch.
つまりおさらいするとだ
I sent this all up.
マリアくらい
So
の
you're
年
saying
頃の
that
女の
even
子
if a
が
girl about Maria's
さっき
age
みたい
is
な
pretty
不
set
気
up
味な二重
personality
人
like
格
she
みたい
did
なのを
years
見せ
ago,
てもそれほど珍
isn't this
しい
such
も
a
のじゃ
rare
な
and
い
usual thing?
と言いたいのか
簡単にまとめる
Simply
と
put,
そう
that's
いう
right.
ことだね。
Yeah, I want to know whether it's just like making shit up for the sake of the game, or if it's like an actual IRL thing. Because I don't believe it.
アイデンティティは
Identity
自己
is
を
not
形成
a
する
factor
ため
when
の
building
大
up
切な
one's
もの
sense。of self.
それをバカにした
If
り
you
す
make
る
fun
と
of it, could actually
かえっ
cause
てそ
children
の
to go
殻
back
に閉
into
じ
their
こもって
shells.
しまうこともある。だから
And if you beat
ほ
them
ど
onto
ほど
the
に付き合っ
ground,
てあげるのが大切なんだよ。
if you beat them onto the ground, it will also do the same thing, George. So it's important for moms to beat up their children, but it's also important for them to go along with it? What are you saying? George. He really thinks he's being smart, right? That's what pisses me off about him. Right? With his nerdy glasses, a shitty suit, he says this type of thing, and he thinks that like he's impressing everyone. He's just so smart and so cool. Pisses me off. Okay, sorry, I said my George 8 will not come out again. I said it, and I lied. I'm sorry, it won't happen again. It won't happen again. Promise.
それを丸ごと受け入れてあげるのが
Oh, those broad-mindedness of the parents. This means whether they play along and pull them out. Oh, he's bringing it up. Bro, I can't believe you're
それで独
single.
身って信じら
I
れない
can,
ぜ
I can. I really can.
もう子供が中学くらい
It's
に
not
上
like
がっ
you've
て
already
そうな
raised
単
kids
独
from
さ
middle school.
じゃあローザおばさん
I
も
wonder if Rose
あの
also
マリアの
do
二重
much.
人格については
No,
よく
Mario's
知
will
っていたの
personality.
か
Are they gonna bring it up? Are they gonna bring it up?
知ってたぜ
She knew about it.
ここだけの話
Just between us.
ロ
On
ー
Rose
ザ
that
おばさん
mediated
は
it.
すっごく嫌気持ち悪いし
She said it was unpleasant. Maria was becoming increasingly isolated from the rest of the class.
だから
So anytime
マリ
Maria
アがオ
started
カルト
talking
の
about the
話を
occult
始
or
めた
laughing
り
like a witch,
魔女みたいな声で笑い出したりするとだからマリア
and it
も
looks like Maria
ローザ
stopped
おばさ
talking
んがい
that
る
way in
時
front
に
of her.
はそういう話をしないようになったみたいだけど
Maybe that thing back there was just a little game from a girl facing a growing period. Just a girl trying to show that she was different and independent. by holding interest in witches and the occult. And since she wanted to be different from herself, young as she was between a normal personality and the personality of her ideal, the witch. At first, I found that very disturbing. After being lectured by George, I felt like this was a path everyone walked down at one time or another. Yeah, I don't believe anything that was told to me in this game. At all. I haven't told anyone, but when I was in kindergarten, I joined up with a little gang of kids trying to form a nerve defense force. Oh shit, mentioned! Thing without protect peace on Earth. My face turns red when I remember how, during what we call battle practice, we chant EDF, EDF! To being lectured by Brother George because of death. Awful, awful. Just like usual, Maria was relaxing. Immersed in the TV, and laughing just like any girl her age. With me inside, another personality, that of the ideal witch she respected and blindly accepted, was sleeping. But that wasn't anything extraordinary. It's perfectly natural for a girl of her age. I've calmed down a little. The shock from my bizarre experience in the kitchen just now is fading away. If I hadn't talked to George and Jessica, I might still be frightened by the idea that an invisible witch is standing right behind me. However, can I really accept that as an explanation for what happened back there? If it had just been Maria, I could have explained it as fickle delusions of a growing girl. But Genji-san, Kanan-kun, and Kumasawa had also been there. None of them had denied what Maria said. I silently accepted that Beatrice exists. Starting to feel a little uneasy. Bondeva's position was that no 19th person existed. That the crime was an inside job tied to the family quarrels. On the other hand, Natsuhi's position was that the culprit was hiding somewhere outside the mansion. So she rejected the possibility of the inside job and supported the idea that a 19th person existed. And in the kitchen, Maria and the servants, they also supported the idea of a 19th person. But according to them, this 19th person is inhuman. They said it was an invisible witch carrying out some mysterious plan. Is there a 19th person or not? And is the culprit human or a witch? For some reason, I couldn't just laugh any of those possibilities away. Not even the most ridiculous story about the witch. I already know how Beatrice's laugh sounds, right?
Jessica.
Like, I've already heard the cackle. And I hope I get to hear it again. Because, like, if I hear it right now, I'll know she came up, finally. I want to see her. I want to see Beatrice already. Jessica. All I know about the story of the witch is that you don't split it up and the kids too scared to enter the forest. But is the story different here in the mansion? I feel the same way you do, okay? I think it was just a stupid ghost story that parents made up. Their kids would listen to them. But I can't deny that the atmosphere inside the mansion makes it a little odd to say that loud.
おじい様が
After all,
ベ
my
アト
father
リ
has
ーチは
proclaimed
存
that
在
this
すると
exists.
公言されているからね。使用人たちは
Because of
立
their
場上
position,
それを
servants
疑え
can't
ない
doubt
し、
that.
クラウスおじさんた
Even
ち
Uncle
も
Cross and
おじい
Natsuhi
様
don't
と
want to
喧
get
嘩が
into
し
a
たいわ
fight
け
with
も
them.
ないから、
On the surface,
表
they
向き
go
は
along with it.
口をだから多分
So it's
こ
probably
のお
fair
屋
to
敷で
say
は
that doubting the
ベ
existence
ア
of
トリーチェの
Beatrice
存
is
在を
doubting
疑うことは
the
ある
existence
種のタブーだと思う。年に一度しか
Unlike
来
the
な
rest
い
of us,
僕
only
たちと
come here
違
once a
って
year.
そうでしょ。
Is that right? You got to take a deep breath in admiration. It looked like Gorge. I guess right.
ジョージ兄さんの言う
Just
通
like
り
you
だ
say.
ぜ。みんな腹
No
の
one
中
really
で
believes
信
it
じて
on
る
the
わけじゃ
inside.
ない。でも
But on the
表向き
outside,
は
they
その
accept
存
that
在
she
を
exists.
認めてる。ほら、
See, it's just
神
like the
様
way
の
some
存
people
在
are
を
about
認める
God.
ような実際には
Even
い
if
な
they
い
know
ことを
God
知って
doesn't
ても
exist, I feel like it's
それ
being
を
caught.
口に
They
出して
actually
否
said it
定
out
したら
loud.
野暮みたいな空気だな。
使用人たちの間では
Jessica is
どう
a
いうこと
killer,
にな
by
っ
the
てん
way.
だ。
What do you think the servants feel about it?
やっぱり
Are they
雇
just
い主
going
の
along
じい
with it
様が
because
いるって言
grandfather,
ってんだか
grand
ら、
lawyer, that's
そ
what
れ
she
に口を
exists?
合わせてるわけか。
さあ、
Well,
詳しくは
I don't
わ
really
からな
know
い
the
けど、
detail.
使用人たち
But
の
between
間
the
では
servants, the story
ベ
about
アトリー
Beatrice
チェ
has
の
been
話
treated
は
like a sort of
ある
ghost
種の
story.
怪談扱いになってるよ。 ほら
Remember yesterday
昨日海
when
岸
Chana
で
was
シャノ
talking
ン
to
が
us
話
down
して
by
く
the
れたろ
beach?
夜見回りを
Talked
して
to
い
me
る
about her
時
one night
不
when
気
she
味
was
な
doing the
何かを
rounds
見
of
か
the
けたと
mansion.
か
He saw
そう
something
いう
unsettling.
話
She did say something like that, didn't she? Back then, I thought she was just being really nice to help improve Maria's mood. But it felt like she was serious when she said it. That's right. Definitely said it. She definitely said the same kind of thing that Genji and the rest all unanimously declared back in the kitchen.
他にも
In
鬼
addition,
火や
some
輝
servants
く
have
蝶
also
々が
seen
舞って
Will
い
o
る
the
のを
Wisp
見たという
and
使
glittering
用人も
butterflies dancing around.
カノン君もそれ
Kevin
らしい
Chin
も
also
の
saw
を
something like that when he
以前
went patrolling one
夜
night.
の見回りあと最近
Recently,
では
Giovanni has
お屋
servants
敷の
talking about
中で
strange
深夜
footsteps
に
here
不
heard
思議
inside the
な足
mansion
音
near
をよ
midnight.
く私たちは
We've whispered
肖
together
像
that
画
the
の
beatrice
中の
sound
ベ
of
ア
the
トリーチ
portrait
様
sometimes
が
makes herself
姿
invisible
を消して
and walks through the mansion.
お屋敷の中を散歩しているずいぶん前
It
です
happened a
が
while ago, but even
私
I
も
have heard
そうかも
footsteps
し
while
れない
patrolling
足
at night
音
that
を
resemble these stories.
夜の見回りの時に聞いたことがあり
It
ま
was
す
Kinzo. Kinzo had like a hungering, or I don't know, some fucking snacks, and he didn't want to bother the servants. That's right, she definitely said that. Exactly the same thing that I had been told just now.
でも怯えることはないんですよ
But there's nothing to be afraid of.
ベアトリーチェ様は
Beatrice
親
sama is
方
another
様
ruler
と
of
は
this
異な
mansion.
る
The
も
bird
う
comes
一
with a
人のお屋
master.
敷のだから
There's
変に
no
怯
need to
え
be
たりしない
naturally
で
afraid. If
敬
you
意を
respect
持
her,
っていれば
I guess she won't do anything
決して
bad.
悪いことはしない
ただし
However,
敬
she
意を
can
持
be
たない
quite
と
terrifying
恐ろ
if
しい
you
んだっ
don't
たね
respect her, right? Correct.
はい
So why is Battler fine?
私が勤め
How
を
about that?
始める
Just
直
before I
前
began
に
working here,
ベアトリーチェ様
someone
の
who
ことを
spoke badly about Beatrice fell down the
悪く
stairs
言っていた
and
そう
quit
です。
after receiving a large injury to her back. Yeah,
だ
one
から
event
使
is
用
not
人た
enough
ちは
to prove anything.
ベアトリーチェ様のお怒りに触れたのだろうと
Yeah, we
噂
already
し合っ
read
た
all
そう
this
です
anyway.
敬
Oh, I
わ
thought it
ない
was
と
gonna go too longer.
お怒
If
り
you
に
don't
触れ
respect
て
her, you'll
怪
suffer
我
a
をす
wrath
る
and get hurt.
つまり
So,
使
she's
用
a
人お
servant.
稲荷さんにいたずら
Beatrice's
したら
existence is just as
お狐
credible
様
as
の
the
た
story
たり
that
がある
if you pull
っ
Prince
て
and
くら
Nyari
いには
stand,
信憑性
there's
があるわけだ
Tsune-sama's curse. Yeah, some Japanese reference. I guess it's the same thing as Bloody Mary. Of course, even though everyone except curses and likes don't exist in the modern era, people are still afraid and still have a little respect for them. You often see it when, in a residential area, someone is building a house and they call a Shinto priest for a ceremony to honor the god of that plot of land. You might think that was just a big waste of time and money, but it is said that if the workers don't do that, a big accident will occur. They never neglect to do it. You also hear about how, if an Inari shrine is carelessly removed during a town replanning, there'd be a curse by Kitsune-sama. Think I might have read somewhere. Okay. So two moments. Because Zun is very inspired by Shinto, like Japanese mythology. Who relates to Kitsune-sama? Who is the Kitsune-sama character in 2? Is it Tsukasa or is it Ran? I would say Tsukasa. Anyways. Let's try to remember the Narasan in the way. The workers kept getting struck down by mysterious fevers. Even in modern cities like Tokyo, it wasn't rare to see modern buildings packed all around an old Inari shrine, leaving the shrine itself untouched. This wasn't limited to Japan. Probably similar to how foreigners baptized babies. Yeah, if I remember right, the Christian doctrine. If an unbaptized soul have even the slightest amount of sin, they will still go to hell. Being water on child's forehead doesn't do anything but make them cry. But if by doing that, parents can't prevent their children from going to hell, they will happily go through with that ceremony. In short, even this was a society of reason, we're still unable to throw away every trace of belief and fear. I gotta say, in my family, we baptize every child, right, in my family line. But we don't do it because we're Christian or because of fear. We do it because it's an occasion to get the entire family from around France to gather together in the same room and get fucking shit-faced drunk. Just like a wedding or just like, you know, anything. Baptism is just that to the family, which is really funny To me, at least. Like, no one actually cares about the Christ aspect and the actual baptism. But still, like, 50 people show up. It's still funny. Anyways. In short, even in this modern society of reason, your children get the water, we adults get the champagne. Yeah, the perfect phrase. Very good one. That's exactly what it is. In short, even the you could even say that we accept certain sorts of supernatural things in a passive way. Give me an example. Maybe the only difference in this island is that Beatrice is the object of that worship. Give me an example.
じゃあつまり
The battler. Give me an example.
この島で
God damn it.
とても人間
In
技
other
とは
words,
思えない
if
何
anything
かが
happens
起
to
これば
that doesn't seem
それ
explainable
は
in
ベ
your
アトリー
terms,
チェの仕業
so the
だ
work of Beatrice.
となる、
I think Shannon Sand put it herself.
ちゃんと閉めたはずの
Windows and doors and locked
窓
or
や
tight
扉
shut
や
will
鍵
be
を
opened the next time we
もう
check
一
them.
度見回りに来たら消したはずの明かり
Lights
が
that
つい
should
て
have
いた
been
り
on went out, and
つ
lights
け
that
た
should
は
have
ず
been
の明
out
かりが
went
消えていた
turned
り
on.
とかんで
Then if I
確かジェ
remember,
シカは
even Jessica was joking about it,
朝出かけようとした
saying
ら
it was
カバ
also
ンが
the
見つ
work
から
of
ないのも
Beatrice
ベア
that she
トリーチ
couldn't
ェの仕
find
業
a
だっ
bag in the
て
morning.
ふざけてたんだよね。
よく
Your
覚えてる
memory's
な
pretty good.
普通なら
Normally,
妖
you'd
精
say
さん
some
が隠し
little
た
in
とでも言うとこ
them,
ろ
but
が
on this island, it's
この島
Beatrice.
ではベアトリーま
Well,
そんな
it's all pretty
くだら
stupid
ない
though.
話さ
Jessica is the next one to die. Because we're executing her. She's the one who killed everyone.
このお屋敷も
Red tie.
築30年くらい
Just
になる
realized
そうだ
red
から
tie for
ね
red blood. That's gotta be her. Mansion has been standing for about 30 years now, hasn't it?
それだけになれば
It's natural for
多少
things
の
that
怪
all
談や
together
オカル
fair
ト
share
は
of
生まれて
ghosts
くる
and
ものだよ
stories.
学校の七不思議な
Like
ん
the
かのよ
seven
うに
mysteries
ね
of cool. What?
そこで
Right, it's folklore. That's where
チェ
I'll
ス盤を
ping
ひ
the
っくり
chessboard
返
around.
すぜ。
What?
つまり
Simply put, on this
こ
island,
の島では
there's a rule that
人
Beatrice
間には
gets
でき
blamed
な
for
いこと
anything
は
that could
ベ
have
アト
been
リー
done
チ
by
ェの仕
humans.
業と置き換えることができるルールがあるってわけ。人間にはで
Things
きな
that
い。
humans can do.
人間は何人
How many humans are here?
18人だ。つまり犯人は
In other words, the
この
culprit
島
is
のル
using
ー
the
ルに
rules
の
of
っと
the
って
time to make it look like a witch
この
committed
事
a
件は
crime.
魔女の仕業だとアピールしてることになる。
Finally!
つまりそれは
Which proves that they
19
desperately
人
want
目
us to
の
think
仕
the
業
90th
ですよ
person
と
did it.
訴えたって仕方がないわけだ。
I don't like it. I don't either. Yes, Butler. Yes.
全然気
I
に入ら
don't
ない
like it one bit. Oh my god, I love Butler.
気に入らないって
What do you
何が
mean you don't like it?
仮に不可
Let's
視の
assume
19
that
人目が
invisible
存在して
90% exists.
そいつが
And
自
wants
分の
people
存
to
在
know
をア
they
ピール
exist.
したいなら俺ならもっ
If
と
it were
完璧
me,
なタイミ
I'd
ングで
do
や
it
る
with
ぜ。
even more perfect timing.
完璧なタイミングでってのはどういう意味だい？
What do you mean by perfect timing?
あ
Well,
あだって
the crime took
事件
place
は
sometime
深夜
between
から
the
未
middle
明
of
に
the
かけて
night
起こっ
and
たろ
dawn, right? Yeah. And they said twilight. The crime should have occurred at exactly midnight. But it didn't. Because Eva and Yoshi left after like midnight 15.
深夜まで話し合いをしてた
But
り
some people were talking together
夜勤を
until
して
the
たり
middle of the night.
あるいは
People
部屋
night
に帰っ
shifts.
て寝ていた
And
り
some people would return to their rooms and were sleeping.
どいつもこい
Everyone's
つもアリバ
alibi
イ
is
が
really
あやふや
vague,
で
so there's plenty of room to suspect
十
that the
分
crime
内
was
部
an
犯行
inside
が
job.
疑える段階だ。ジョージの兄貴も
George,
Yeah,
Oliver
wasn't
probably
it?
told you
Because I
too,
didn't
right?
内部犯行の
That
可能
there's a
性
good
が
chance
高い
this
って
crime was
話
an inside job.
うん。
Yeah, if they don't even acknowledge the possibility that Jessica went to the manor, then it has to be Natsuhi. It has to
まあね。
be. Yes, I guess.
つまり
In other words,
不可視の
this
19
invisible
人目が
90th
実
person
在
that
したんだ。
exists and want to let us know it.
最初の事件は自
The
分の
first
アピー
crime
ル
was
に
a
失敗
complete
してるん
failure.
だ。
Yep.
あいや
No, in the
そも
first
そも
place,
時間帯が
which
ミ
was
ス
the
テイ
wrong
ク
time of day to do it.
不可視の19
If
人
this
目をアピ
invisible
ールする
90th
ため
person
に
really wanted to show themselves,
死んだ6人以
they
外
had
の
to make
12
sure that
人
the crime took place
全員白であ
under
ることが確
conditions
定
which
している
prove
状
that the
況下で
remaining
行
12
われ
people
なけ
were
れば
all
ならない。
innocent. Very good deduction. I did not. Yeah. As long as there's a single human we can suspect, this 90th person attempt to highlight the presence failed. Why near midnight, when everyone's televised at Vegas, 19th person existence is also Vegas. Yet, the culprit chose to commit the crime at that time.
そんな時間に犯
Committing
行
the
を
crime
起こせ
then,
ば
one of the 18 who does
18人の誰かがにもかかわらず
And yet, someone
マリ
ended
アに
Maria's
手紙
letter
を
and
渡して
called
魔
themselves
女
a
を名乗
witch,
り
even though everyone
誰
denies
も
they
が
did
自
it.
分でないと否定している
つまり
In other words,
ベアトリーチェという
trying to say that
19
one of the
人目
18 is
がリ
trying
オ
to
に
make
見
it
せか
look
け
like
た
a
い
19th
人間が
person called Beatrice exists?
18人の中にいるとこう言いたいのかよ
It has to be different people. I'm realizing. It has to be different people. No. No, Jessica. It can't be Natsuhi because there's no way Natsuhi ever got the ring from Kinzo. But Jessica is Kinzo's direct bloodline, unlike, you know, Natsuhi, and Jessica lives in the exact same manner as Kinzo. She could have been brought in and told to like play along. We know there's a person who ended the letter is a real person because they also ended a physical umbrella to Maria. There is physical evidence which a witch that floats in the air and is invincible would not leave.
なんだかぶっ飛んだ発想だな
In other words, you're trying to say that one of the 18 is trying to make it look like a nice person called Beatrice exists? That's a pretty crazy idea. Yeah,
まだお袋の
I think one theory about someone hiding outside dimension is a bit more credible. She's covering her tracks. She's covering her tracks.
まさかバカな
Butler, don't tell me you actually think someone in this room is a culprit. I do! I do! I do! It's you! I do. Yes! Yes, Butler! And then he points at Jessica. It's you, Jessica!
何者かが
Someone's trying to force
俺
us to
たち
accept
ベ
that
アトリ
Beatrice
ーチェが
exists.
存在そうさ
That's right. This whole thing started as far back as the letter last
もう
night.
証拠も
I
根
don't
拠
have any
も
basis
何
or
もねえ
proof.
けどな
But it's you, Jessica.
鉄板を逆さにした
But
こ
it
と
was
じ
a
ゃ
chessboard turned around. This is
俺
my
の見
best
立ては
guess.
こんなところだ
飛びまくってるのも
Seriously, that's so
程がある
crazy.
ぜ妙な推理小
You
説
sure you
の
haven't
飲み
been
すぎじゃね
reading
え
too
のか
many
よ
weird detective novels? Yeah, she's deflecting so much.
でも無視できない
However,
着
it's
眼
an
点はあ
angle
る
we can't
ね
ignore.
19人目がいるかいないかは別にしてもその犯人は
The culprit's
確実に
definitely
この
planning
島の
something
ルールに
involving
のっ
that
とっ
rule
て
about the siren.
何かを仕掛けてきている僕はね
Just now,
今
listening to
バト
Butler
ラ君
can
の
talk.
話を聞いてい
I
て
heard something that's a little
少し
disturbing.
だけ気持ち悪いことを思い
気持ち悪いことって
Something disturbing?
Mm.
Yes.
覚えてるかい
You remember?
ベアトリーチェの手紙ベアトリーチェ
It
は
said that
利
Beatrice
子
was
の
going
回
to
収
collect
を行う
interest.
とそして利子とは
By interest, he
後ろ
mentioned
宮家の
everything
全
of
て
the
だと言った
Shiromiya family. Sky and I thought back on what Maria had read aloud the previous night.
言ってたぜ
Yeah, it said that.
確かに言ってた
It definitely said that.
そして利子の
But
回
the
収を
collection
こ
of
れ
the
から
interest was
行うが黄金の謎を解いたらその権利を失うとも言ってたよな
Give me a second. Give me a second. I just realized something. I just need to get a sprite. Give me a second. God, I'm trying to find something really quick. Give me a moment. Because I want to do a comparison between two characters, right? And I think that will prove my point. That will prove everything I'm trying to say. When I show it off, you will understand. All right? Trust me. Just need to find it. I just need to find it. Oh my god. I'm trying to find it from like messages sent in a Discord because I do not want. Here we go. Here we go. Found it. Okay, now I'm downloading it and I'm gonna put it on screen and you're gonna see what I mean, right? So let's go to paint. Right? Okay. You're with me, right? So here is Beatrice. Right? Our beloved Beatrice. I'm gonna delete everything, don't worry. I'm gonna take that away. That away. Go. Oh my god, what? Why? Sorry, it's on my side. It's on my side. I forgot to turn on stream thing again. Okay, here we go. Sorry, the things are on my side. I'm trying to make a point. Wait a second. Right? Okay. Here we go. See this? See this? So here is our good old Beatrice. I'm gonna lower her size. Alright. Put her right here. Now I'm gonna put a second one. I'm gonna put a second one right next to her. Okay? Trust me, let me cook. Let me cook. Let me go. Gonna remove this thing. This bothers me. Okay. Now, let's go to our beloved Jessica. You see where I'm going, right? Right? You see what I mean, right? Like, come on. With a good disguise. With a good enough disguise. Jessica could totally pass as Beatrice. And she's the only person who could. Right? Like in the cast. Let me go back to the top. In the cast, she is the only one with blonde hair. Eva does not count. Eva does not, with the thing on top of her head. Does not work. Does not work. Jessica does. Jessica does. They are the same person. My point is made. My point is made. Alright. Let's go. Let's get back into the game. Anyways, wait. Now that I figured this, I need to go back. Let's erase this. My opinion is now 90% Jessica. There is no fucking way that Natsuhi ever convinces Maria that she is Beatrice. Natsuhi would never manage to do that. At all. Jessica could. Jessica could. Okay, back to the game. Back to the game. Okay. Yeah, it said that. Definitely said that. That the collection of the interest was going to take place shortly. But if the riddle of the gold could be solved, she'd lose that right.
おじい様は黄金を授かり、
Grandfather received the
後ろ
gold
宮
and
家を
revealed
再興した。
Ushiromiya family.
つまり
In
黄
other
金を
words,
資
according
本
to
に
the
生み出した
Beatrice,
もの全てが
everything
利子だっ
created
て
using the gold as
ベア
capital
トリーチ
counts
は
as
言っ
part
て
of
い
the
る。
interest,
つまり
which means
冗談き
that's
つい
pretty
ぜ
scary for a joke, Aniki.
まさか
You don't mean
後ろ宮家の
everything of the
全て
Ushiromiya family?
つまり
In other words,
じい様が生み出したもの
everything that grandfather
全て
gave birth to?
じい様か
In
ら
other
血
words,
を分けた一族のことを
everyone
指す
grandfather's blood flowing through her veins?
あの手紙をそう読み
You
解いたな
interpret the
ら、
letter that way.
この殺人は
His murders are just
ベアト
Beatrice
リーチェが行
legitimately
った
collecting
正
interest.
当な利子の回収ということになる。
Then why would it include Goda?
となれば、
If that's the
この
case,
事件は
his
ま
crimes
だ
will
続く
continue.
よ。利子の回収は
Because the collection of
まだ
interest is
途中
still
なんだ
only
からね。
halfway completed. Blanche turned around, looking over the parlor. There were still many people who held the name Shiromiya. But because Goda-san and Shannon-san had been killed, we knew that not even the servants were safe, despite lacking the Shiromiya name. So, are they planning
全
to
員を
kill us all?
殺すつもりかよ。でもお
But
か
that's
しいよ、ジョー
weird,
ジ兄さん。
George Nisan.
ならどう
In
して
the
6人
case,
だけ？
why only 6 people?
他に大勢
They
殺
should
せ
have
たは
been
ず。
able to kill a lot more.
下手をすれば、
At worst,
横
it
に
should
寄
have
せ
been
て
possible
全
for
員
them
を
to
一晩
assault
で殺す
everyone
こと
while
も
they
可
were
能だった
sleeping
はず。
and kill them in a single night.
どうしてそれをしなかっ
Why
たの？
didn't they do that?
特別条項だよ。
Special clause.
黄金の謎を暴く
Someone
者が
manages to
現れ
solve
た
the
ら、
riddle of the gold.
利子
Their
の
right
権
to
利は
interest
失
in
わ
the
れる。
love.
そして、
And
手
remember,
紙
as
の
the
最
letter
後に
ended,
はこうおじい様の黄金の
challenged the
謎
soul
を
to solve the riddle of
みんなで
grandfather's
解いて
gold.
みろとね。
ジーザス
Jesus!
ようやく犯人の
I'm
メッセー
surprised
ジ
he
が分か
actually
ってきた
swears
じゃねえ
Jesus.
か
Looks like we finally understand the culprit's message.
つまり
In other words,
犯人は
the
俺たち
culprit's telling us to try
じ
to
い
solve
様
the
のあ
riddle
の
on
非
the
分の
left
謎
path
を
grandfather
解いて
had
みや
made.
がると言ってしかも
On top of that,
ぼやぼ
they're
や
saying
し
that
て
if
れ
we
ば
just sit around, we'll keep
どん
collecting
どん
the
利子の
interest.
回収を進めちまうつもりだ
I realize this is all based on several guesses that are way out there. Yeah. You should make one last one. But not everything that happens in this world fits together in a perfect line. Most of the events we don't understand are only individual points. By fitting them into a straight line, we're beginning to understand. When the points at either end of the line are really close, the line itself is more logical and easier to understand. And when those points are really far away, the opposite is true. It's the distance between these points that make us say our guesses are way out there. True. However, if the distance looks kind of too narrow, that means our thinking will be narrow too. Is there a difference between making guesses and reasoning? Am I just using easily made guesses to try and force this crime into a pattern I can understand? No, that's not it. When you're lost in the dark and searching around with your hands, what you're doing is relying on your imagination and making guesses. Only imagination can find the points that need to be tied together. Reasoning is nothing more than the act of drawing lines between them. If you can't imagine, you can't reason. Yeah, I can't imagine Jessica doing it. Okay, I'll stop. What I'm doing now might be way out there, but I'm sure it isn't a mistake either. Only the power of imagination can pull clues from the darkness. And then I can use the power of reasoning to tie those clues together. It's a lot like the process of searching out an enemy's weak point to strike them. It's okay if I'm way out there. Find a weak point first. Then we can think about how to strike. Right now is the time to find points we can tie together later. For the time being, I could decide whether a 19th person existed. I'm wondering, did Jessica ask Goda and the others to bring something back to the mansion, or at least ask Natsuhi or Shannon She could have been like, oh, she could just have replaced the bag of food. It's not impossible. Like, okay, if she was prepared and made a dress and everything to look like Beatrice, she definitely had time to sneak in some poison too. Onto the island, then put that in the drinks. It is absolutely pre-planned. The fuck? Why? Okay, give me a second. I'm trying to clean my glasses. Because there's a huge fucking finger mark on it, but it's not going away and it's pissing me off. What the fuck's up with it? I think I just need to clean them like with water. I'll do that later. Okay. Okay. Put aside whether a 90th person existed. And announce a theory that the goal of the culprit might have been to make us solve the riddle of the epitaph. Uncle Hideyoshi seemed to be extremely interested, but Natsuhi said it was ridiculous to dismiss it. Of course. If you think about it that way, even the letter from yesterday makes sense. That motive seems to fit pretty well with the fact. Hideyoshi is a sensible man. Hitting aside whoever it was that gave Maria-chan the letter. Hey, Beatrice exists! Even though she was puffing up a sheep, that cute way she'd be doing since yesterday, couldn't think of it as cute. If I poked fun at her, it might suddenly transform into a creepy laugh. There is no hidden gold. Beep beep, lie, alarm, lie, she's lying, beep beep. However, if the culprit is blindly sure of its existence, and if they're trying to make us solve the riddle before assassinating them all the way for themselves, however, agree, makes sense. However, if that was the case, why would they start by killing those most rank in the Shiromiya family? I see your point. If they wanted to make us solve the riddle, getting those closest to Queen's Stand doesn't seem like a good plan to me. That's true enough. And if we're going off that argument, wouldn't it have been quicker to threaten Clever in the first place? Yeah, no, she's right. It seems to be faster to just ask the person who wrote it, rather than try to force us to solve it. You've got a point there. Still, I think it'd take more than your average friend to make Clever kill beans. Anyone who knows Kinzo-san well probably realized that he won't bow to ordinary threat. He's the man who bears responsibility for the Shiromiya family and all its vast wealth. He's been exposed to many threats and attacks in the past. The family only prospers today because he was able to overcome all of them. That's breaking, right? I can't even imagine a grandfather obeying someone because of a threat. Jessica, what's your language? Yes, Mom. In that case, what about this idea? No, wait, is this one also way out there? I couldn't hesitate. Is he gonna say it? Is he gonna say it's Jessica? Is he gonna say it's either Jessica or Natsuhi? Other ideas are like bows and arrows. Might be hard to hit with, but it's a great weapon because you can hit enemies far away. They say most people who've died in battle were killed by arrow wounds. The battle, you can't just shoot off one arrow. You shoot a whole bunch of arrows at someone at once, pushing forward towards the enemy troops with a wall of them. So keep shooting over and over. Create a wall as you push forwards towards the truth. If the culprit is after the hidden gold forcing us to solve the riddle, it wouldn't be very specific. It'd be much quicker and easier to ask the person who made it in the first place. In that case, the question is this all a message directed at grandfather? In other words, these murders were a threat made against grandfather. If he didn't tell the culprit where his gold was, his family members would be killed off one by one. What if we weren't the only ones being forced to solve this riddle? What if the grandfather was too? If you think about it that way, it explains grandfather's mysterious disappearance. If the culprit has already attacked grandfather, then judging by the state the 6 corpses were left in, he should have been left on display somewhere with that horrible makeup at it. But despite that, we still haven't found him. So does that mean that grandfather has been kidnapped and is being held somewhere? Oh good! You are insane! Oh good! Everyone in this room needs a lot of money right now. Giggle, giggle. That sounds interesting. So, grandfather's being confined somewhere. And the culprit's saying will be killed off one by one if he doesn't tell them where his gold is? This pains me to imagine. I find that interesting. Well, Natsuhi glared at her, but Oliver just smiled calmly. Battler needs the money in a parental replacement. True! Battler did it. Absolutely. Because we still haven't seen him after all this time. I think it's almost certain that grandfather's been caught up in the crime. If you think about it, you can't just ignore Battler's theory, right? Be quiet, George. In the first place, when did father actually disappear? Thank you, Eva. Okay, give me a second. I think it's important. Can you see it once you zoom in? Yes, you can. Perfect. Perfect! Looks amazing. Here we go. Be quiet, George. Okay. We've saved up all the important info. I'm glad we made the shot. Very good. Straight up Gorg. I hope it happens again. Who is the last person to survive? It's probably me. This morning, when we didn't know where my son and the rest were, we discussed the possibility of them being in Father's study. They're going to beat you to death. Hell yeah! Hell yeah! And I went to check his room and greeted him there. Come to think of it, I've been holding the key you studied this whole time, haven't I? Genji, let me return this to you. Natsuhi pulled out the gold key and handed it to Genji. Looking at the key, Aunt Eva giggled. Hey, Genji-san. I'm sure the police will inspect Father's room thoroughly. If there's anything hidden there, it'll just be exposed anyway. Maybe it'd be better if you just told us about it right here, right now. What are you talking about? It's simple. Father studies a closed room with no way in or out except that key, right? I want to verify whether that's true. There is one entrance to Father's study. What about the window? Any other entrances or exits? There are none. There are windows. What are you talking about? There is no way to get in. You're sure about that? There isn't some secret hidden door or anything? Talked about secret sewing tunnels in the previous stream. Yeah. But I doubt he has any inside his room. His father isn't here. MCIS ranked members. You sure in your family? I am asking you as a representative. You sure in your family yet? Remember that when you answer me, are there any ways in or out of that room other than the main entrance? As Father's closest stayed, I'm sure you would know. Leslie looked a little offended at the thought about the highest ranked family member. But she kept her mouth closed for the time being and waited for Genji's answer. I couldn't help but feel a little uncomfortable. Why was she going on and on about hidden doors?
カノン君も熊
You
沢
too,
さんも
Canon-kun, Kumasawa-san.
知ってるなら教え
You
て
know,
く
won't
れ
you
な
tell
い
me?
あるなら
If there is
言
one,
ってくれ
it'd
た
be
方が
better
い
if she
い
said
の
so.
じゃないと今からあ
Otherwise,
る
a
人が
certain
とても
person
追い
might be
詰められ
driven
ること
into a
になる
corner
わ
in a
よ
second.
隠し扉が
If
あ
we
ると
assume that
仮
there
定
is
さ
a
れ
hidden
たら
door, then my
私
argument
の
comes to
話は
nothing.
すべて水の泡
Only if I didn't specify which person was about to be driven into a corner. What? But following the flow of the conversation, I had to feel that she was referring to Natsuhi. Oh, yeah, because she went to the room last.
何の話？
Mother, what are you talking about?
ジョージは少し黙って
Joel,
な
stay
さい
quiet for a bit. Thank you, Eva.
どうなの
What do you say?
ゲンジさん
Genji-san.
カノン君
Canon-kun.
そうして熊
Oh,
沢さ
Kumasawa-san.
ん隠し
Is
扉
there
は
a hidden door?
ないの
Or not?
ゲンジさんはお父様が
Genji-san,
書斎
when
を
you
改
removed
造
the
した
father
時
study,
施
you
工
must
業
have
者の
overseen the
監督を
construction.
して知らないとは
I
言わ
won't
せ
let
な
you
いわ
say you
よ
don't know.
そのようなもの
There is nothing like that in the master study.
親方様の書
間違い
You
なく
sure?
片翼のわしを
What
許
about
されたカ
Canon-kun
ノン
when he's
君
allowed to wear the one-winged eagle?
はい、
That's right.
間違い
I'm
なく
sure.
親方様の
There
書
is no
斎に
such
隠
hidden
し
door
扉
in
な
the
どあり
master
ません。
study.
熊沢さんは
Kumasawa-san. No, I haven't heard of such a
私
thing.
も聞いたことがありませんよ。
お父様と親
What
交
about
の
the
深い
commander?
南
You've
條
had a
先
close
生は
relationship with father.
私もそんな
I've
も
never
の
heard
は
of something like
聞いた
that.
ことがありませんな。
結構
Very well then.
じゃあいい
So, are you ready?
話を始めるわ
Let me
よ
begin.
とってもシンプ
Very
ルな
simple.
話なの
Everyone took them very doubtfully, wondering what Oniva was starting to talk about so proudly. Oniva laughed triumphantly, as though she were about to reveal a secret only she knew.
お父様を
Natsuhi
最後に
Nisan
目
was the
撃
last
した
person
の
to
は
spot father, right?
詳しい時間は
I
忘れ
forget
ち
the
ゃっ
exact
た
time,
け
but
ど
I think it was a little
今
before
朝の
9
9
in the
時前
morning.
くらいのことだと姉さん
Nisan,
覚え
do
て
you
る
remember?
私
I ran into you
あな
just
た
as
が
you
お
were
父
coming
様
out
の
of
書
the
斎
study,
から
right?
ちょうど出てくるところに出くわしたわよねええ覚え
Yes,
て
I
います
remember. Just a second. Let me put the music to max because I'm noticing, right, when I was listening to the VOD, you could barely listen to the music. It should be better now. Tell me if it is better.
それが何だというのですか
What does that have to do with anything?
そして
And when was the next time you
次
went
に
to
姉
the
さん
Bible
がお父
study?
様の書斎を訪れたのは
Really nice. This sounds good. This is probably good.
兄さんたちの
That
遺
was
体
after
が
we
見つ
found the
かっ
bodies
て
of
からよ
Lisa and the
ね
rest, right?
それを報
Together
告
with
しに
me,
書斎
went
に
up
上
to the
が
study
り
to report
そ
that,
こで
and we
私と
discovered
一
that
緒
it
に
wasn't
不
there.
在を確認したところで姉さん
As away, Nissan.
その時
At that
お父
time,
様の書
when
斎
you
に
went to
入
enter
ろう
Father's
と
study,
して
did you
気
notice
づ
anything?
いたことはなかったかし気づいたこと
Notice anything?
何のことですか
What are you talking about?
はあ
Come
ゴ
on.
ミを拾った
You
でし
picked
ょ
up some trash, right?
畳んだレシ
I
ート
folded a receipt.
確かに
I do seem to remember
そんな
picking
ゴ
up
ミ
some
を拾
trash.
った気がしそれが何か
Oh, is that relevant?
そのレシート
I
は
got that receipt when I bought some
私が
candy at
飛
the
行
store
場に
before
着く前
arriving
に
at the
寄った
airport.
売店で飴玉を買った
The
時に
airport
も
was
ら
a
っ
small
た
bag
も
of
の
candy out of a
よ
penny bag.
あ
Ah,
あ、あの時に買
receipt
っ
from the
た
candy you
飴
bought
の
back
レシー
there.
ト。でも母さん、
But mother,
そのレ
what
シ
does
ートの
that
話
receipt have
が
to do with anything?
何と関係あるの？
ジョージ
George, stay quiet and
黙って聞い
listen
とっ
for
て
just a little bit longer. Yes, please, George, shut the fuck up. No one asked you. Literally, no one asked you, dude. Probably a bit too loud. Like, this is good. Apparently, he understood what Aunt Eva was getting at.
本当にこれ
It
は
really
気
was
の
just a
目
whim.
何かを予見
I
してたと
definitely
か
didn't foresee anything.
ましてや
Or
夏
tried
井
to set
姉
up
さ
a
んを
trap
罠
on
に
Natsuhi
か
Nissan
け
or
ると
anything
か
like that.
そんなのじゃ実はねその
Actually,
レシ
about that
ー
receipt.
ト姉さんがお父
Lisa,
様と
you
最後
remember
に会
bumping
って
into
出
me
て
right
き
after
て
the
そこ
last
で
time you
私
saw
と会
father,
った
right?
でしょその時
At that time,
書
I
斎の
watched this into
扉
the
に
door to the
私が
study.
挟み込んだものなのよ
ってことはどういうことですか
What does that mean? Why did the rain pick up like so violently?
つまり
Are you saying no one opened the door
そのレシ
till
ートを拾う
Natsuhi
まで
picked up that receipt?
誰もドア
Wait a second. Whatever. Punching a recipient would be obvious. It's possible that when grandfather opened the door, he noticed it, only the music, and stuck it back in the door. Jessica urgently argued back. Still didn't really know what this all meant. But she realized that, whatever it was, we raised suspicions about our own mother. Of course, I thought that the receipt was very small, that no one would notice it. But even if you assume that it's so small, you'd have no way of knowing how I stored at the start, right? True. I checked it when Natsuhi was taking the key out. The receipt was still stuck not 1 millimeter away from where I put it. I can't understand how you would pull such a childish prank. I'll bet you were the one who did that prank on the door to my room too. It wasn't pleasant to talk about, so I never mentioned it. But when I woke up this morning, there was a sign of some prank on the outside of my door. It was probably the same red paint that was scribbled across the shutter. There were some unpleasant marks, as to someone had been tearing at the door. Wait, what's this? Why'd you keep quiet about this till now? My apologies. There's so many horrible things I've occurred since then. I had completely forgotten about it until this moment. I don't know anything about that. I'm not talking about the door, but the door to father's room, right? I didn't entirely confirm that he was in his room, and the time we confirmed that he wasn't. Father wasn't open once. Will his father get out if he didn't use the door? He hid inside the cupboard. He's inside the cupboard. Oh my god, no, he's under his desk. He's hiding under his desk. Guys, you gotta check again. He's right there. I don't see what we're talking about. I do not understand what she's getting at all. I don't know that. That's what I want to know. Natsuhi, other than you, we have to check whether father was in his room. Last night, the last time I met Kinto-san was when we were playing chess. I was with him until just before dinner. So after that, I did. I gave him his dinner last night. Yes, Ken and I were with him. But at that time, father was still definitely in his room. However, Natsuhi, when you found out he wasn't there, it looks like always in or out of the study were closed, right? Even so, you said you met with him this morning. Did she dream it up? Was that whole sequence from her vision like or dreaming it up? I don't understand why everyone has become so gloomy. Could someone please explain it to me? Father and mother. Are you saying that what Natsuhi says about meeting grandfather this morning was a lie? Like hell, she'd lie about that. Mom's guiltless. What would she lie? Jessica, I keep telling you to watch your language. All at once, the whole room was in an uproar. On the divan, Natsuhi confronted each other across the corner table. With George comforting Jessica. What the heck's going on? Many people spotted him last night, right? Or since this morning, the only one who claims to have seen father is Natsuhi. And then, that strange fact we learned from our receipt. So, how can we connect these points together? Beatrice replaced the paper after he left. Beatrice told him. Beatrice told him where exactly the paper would go, or where the receipt should go. That's it. That's Beatrice. Thank you, Beatrice. Natsuhi's innocent. It's Jessica. Don't ever urged everyone to imagine it. Beatrice replaced Kinzo with a receipt. True. Don't ever urged everyone to imagine it. Sure, the receipt could become an important point. But I didn't know which other points led to, or how. Yeah, exactly. What the fuck are you on about? Judge Shashin was the answer on Eva probably won't. We'll find out on Natsuhi lied and acted as though grandfather was in the room this morning. That fact being exposed by a whim of Aunt Eva's? I don't get it at all. Why would mom have to lie? You have no reason to, right? That's what I want to know. But Jessica, you can't be sure she had no reason to lie and think that grandfather was in the room? After all, you see it in mystery novels every now and then. That trick where people fake the time of death to create an alibi for themselves. What? What are you talking about? I've never heard of that. I've never heard of it. We still haven't found Pavel yet, but it's pretty natural to assume he's already been killed. If that's true, there's no doubt we'll find his corpse. If, at that point, time of death is cleverly faked, that's when we will create an alibi. Do you understand? So she's trying to solve a crime completely unrelated to every other crime right now. This has nothing to do with the other crimes. Nothing. Everyone? This whole morning, when all Natsuhi confirmed that grandfather was there, she lied. And he was already dead at that time. And then, she moved the body to some other location, tampered with it so that when we find it, we'll think he was killed just a second ago. That'd make it possible for her to create an alibi, even just by staying with the rest of them. Then she could say, I heard someone screaming. Dash over there, becomes the first to find the body along with everyone else. Like that one Aunt Eva sang. Ridiculous. After all, detective novels are merely books for the purpose of entertainment. Yeah, and this entire story is, dumbass. You can only think of such a discreet idea because you read them all the time. That's right! Even if she did try to change the time of death a little, all that would be blown away in an instant once the police did their autopsy. That might have worked in the past. Do you really think that kind of trick would work in modern Japan? It doesn't make sense. You think so? This morning, when Dr. Nanjo looked at the corpses, he was only able to give a vague estimate of the time of death, right? Those results are very easily affected by the environment and individual differences. It's a very relative estimate with a mentality of several hours. And, fortunately, the police identification left wait for tomorrow. It wouldn't be easy to measure the correct time of deaths accurately, even in modern Japan. Can George say something so ridiculous? The family gangs up on him for it. Yeah, look, it just says, actually I'm the murderer, so Natsuhi just takes the gun and shoots him. That'll be great. Isn't that right, Dr. Nanjo? Examining corpses is an extremely difficult task that requires both experience and instinct. I have heard that there is a very high chance of mistaken diagnosis. I imagine it is very possible for a misreading of just a few hours to occur. For an alibi, that's more than enough. It's an old trick. It's a trick that works well enough. Natsuhi-san, it's not like we want to suspect you, okay? Umineko good ending. Oh yeah. George is the killer. George has been the killer all along. We just want you to prove your innocence, so we don't have to suspect you. What is this innocence you want me to prove? This morning, I definitely met with father. And he told me to keep the one-winged eagle engraved in my heart. Are you denying that he said that too? I will certainly not commit that. I won't let you deny that Pavel said those words. Or maybe Pavel's body won't appear anywhere. Normally, a person has to be missing for 7 years before you're officially dead. Wouldn't that be a clever way to extend Pavel's nearly finished life another 7 years? And keep all of his wealth for yourself? I mean, yeah, but how the fuck do you expect her to do that? It's stupid. I can't let you get away with saying that. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, Natsuhi. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Hell yeah. Holy shit. She's actually popping off. She is actually popping off. Don't let you get away with saying anymore. I am assuring you that Natsuhi, although I do not have the right to wear the one-winged eagle on my body, it is certainly engraved on my heart. What do you think you're saying to the wife of Cross, successor to the heir, and the one who will act as such in his place? What's this? Are you going to shoot me with that gun? Go ahead. If only you just shoot. Those sprites are good. I like them. You're just desperate because you can't think of a way out, right? Do it. Just try to excuse the truth with violence. You! Wasn't like on Natsuhi that they're actually holding that gun at the ready and threatening anyone. Yeah, she has a right to do something really funny, but 100%. The chamber's empty. But as she was egged on by Anteva, she did hold it at the ready. Surprisingly, once things got to the stage, Jessica and Genji tried to stop her. That's right. The switch is amazing. The switch is so fucking amazing. Oh my god, that is a great switch. But please calm yourself. You aren't lying. There's no reason for you to listen to this. Calm down, Natsuhi-san. All you've gotta do is swear that Father definitely was in that room. Why are you getting so worked up? That is correct. Natsuhi isn't lying. Shouldn't that be the end of it? Then I want you to explain. How did Father manage to disappear from the room? The window was closed tight from the inside. The same was true for the door, right? This morning, if you really met with Father, is she married to crazy surgeon? No, he's absolutely into it. He's absolutely into it. That's the entire point. Right? Like, listen. I won't blame the man for having his fetish. That reminds me of a fucking video I saw where the guy goes about his wife is abusive and he doesn't want his friend to film him talking about they're gonna be seeing wars, right? Because his wife, his girlfriend's gonna beat him up. Like the guy's like, just ditch her, dude. Why are you staying with her? Just ditch her. The guy replies like, I don't know, man. Easier said than done. And the other guy just goes, You're addicted? Addicted to bitches punching you in the face? That's what it is. Either she's addicted to bitches punching you in the face. That's what it is. That's absolutely what it is. It's addicted to it. Oh my god. I love that video. I'll post it in the Discord right after this. It's such a good video. It's been living rent-free in my mind. This morning, you really met with Father. And you must explain how Father disappeared from the semi-openable door to his room scenario. If you don't, that means you're lying after all, right? Oh, buddy, you plan to mock me? If you want to argue back, go ahead. That's right. Try explaining it right here, right now. If you do, I'll apologize for suspecting you. How did Father manage to get out from that closed room? I cannot explain. There's no need for me to do so. Really? Then let me explain it. Let's take the best parts from my perspective and yours. Come up with more friendly explanation. I'll believe what you said about Father still being in his room this morning. However, the time the door was open, Father wasn't there. You don't have any objections so far, right? I have no desire to hear anything more you have to say. Shut your frivolous mouth. Everything goes like this, okay? I can confirm that on both occasions, he was the only one to go through the door. And he proves it. So at the end of the puzzle, both left five and left the room. The window! He was sent out the window! Natsuhi, you threw five around the first-story window of the study into the courtyard! Well, she's really screaming in the dub. Holy shit. Yo! Madame, please enjoy it. Eva, please stop this. After that, when you left and said you were going to check the doors and windows, you took Faber's corpse, which had fallen into the courtyard, and that is a good deduction. That was probably when you took some measures to fake the time of death, right? This statement was a case regarding Kraus and the rest. Also the case regarding Beatrice last night. No! No it doesn't! No it does not! What are you talking about? No it doesn't! Okay. Admitting she killed grandfather. Why? We established that whoever did the murders, there was a very high likelihood that whoever was doing the murder was doing it to send a message to the grandfather. He tells the grandfather, yeah, so... what's the word? Was doing it to send a message to the grandfather that if he doesn't stay where the gold is, they'll start killing everyone one by one. So why would she do that? And then kill him? Why? This makes no sense. This makes no sense. There's no way that's true. It's a really good chance we've got reasons to suspect Natsuhi-san is in all those cases. No. Normally I wouldn't want to say this. But now that it's out in the open, there's nothing else I can do. Please, Natsuhi. Please explain how you can be innocent. Otherwise, I can't help but suspect you. Why me? Why must I? You sure me and Natsuhi being something like this? Looks like we've got everyone's views on record now. What? Butler! It's useless. It's all useless. Save me, Butler. Save me. With your right arm up and down. Save me, Butler. Okay. On Eva. What do you mean, useless? This guy looked up at me and yielded to my every word. Okay. I want to figure out, right? Before he says, like, we got everyone's views. How did the puzzle? Assuming no one is lying in this scenario. Like, I'm gonna assume no one in this scenario is lying. Right? The grandfather could not have slipped out of the room. At any point, right? Not following Natsuhi while she left. Or, like, right after people entered. How could he possibly have gotten out? There's the window, yes. He could have jumped from the window. Or Natsuhi could have pushed him off. Both scenarios are sensible. But what other ways would there be for him to disappear, seemingly, without jumping out the window? Like, I'm trying to find a way for him to live without being, like, out the window. Okay, well, there's one that's really lame, and it's that Genji had the key and opened up for him to leave. Right, and if it's him just coming from behind and opening the door, right? Him. He comes in, opens the door, makes him leave, puts the paper back. Right? I'm trying to think. Sorry, If you haven't read Umineko before, try and think about this too on your own, because we're about to reveal that's the answer to this closed room puzzle. Oh, did it disappear? Or does someone disappear? There's one way. Eva is lying. Or Natsuhi is lying. I'm inclined to believe Natsuhi because we saw it from her perspective. But it could also be a lie. The perspective could also be a lie. And saying Eva is lying doesn't seem like the interesting option. I think it's important to consider that both of them are right. So let me go to the paint screen. Right, let's try. So we've got a closed room. Right, I'm gonna lay it out so I can picture it too. Closed room. There's a window. Oopsie. There's a window here. And a door right here. Let's do it like this. Right, door, window, boom. We've got our good old Kinzo standing right here, right? That's Kinzo, right? Presented in yellow. We've got our good old Natsuhi. So I'm also gonna draw. Give me a second. Also gonna put her as a circle. Here we go. And Eva. Also. So. Kinzo is staring out the window, right? Kinzo is staring out the window, right? As those two bicker and come up along. Genji had ended the key already to good old Natsuhi. Natsuhi comes in. The door opens up. Right? And she proceeds to have a talk with him. And from her perspective, which, let's say we believe, she proceeds to leave. Right? And as she leaves, Eva checks in. Really quick. Eva checks in really quick. To place a receipt on the door. She could have put the receipt like right there and told grandfather, or did it like while he saw, which I doubt because he was staring like mournfully at the window, just being his old dumb self. So she places it and closes it behind Natsuhi. So the door isn't locked. At this point, I'm pretty sure the door isn't locked at this point. Then the receipt is never displaced. At all. And then they come back, he is gone, and there's nothing. Right? I have no idea what it could be. Okay. I was trying to picture it along. But I'm genuinely not seeing it. What is going to be their answer to this? What is it going to be? I genuinely cannot see a way for both of them to be right. Battler, it's time for you to show off how cool and smart you are. Save me, Battler. Oliver's expression was confidence as ever. Here's this, you say? What is? Battler-kun, tell me. You're only convinced it was on Natsuhi because you're only looking at the case from a single angle. It's not like I'm defending her. But that bluff of a checkmate isn't gonna fly. I think your reasoning regarding that was passable. It's not a bad thread of logic. But I only give it a grade of 65 at best. If this were an exam, that was bad enough to get to extraditions and detentions, right? Oh my! Well, how do you think anyone breaks through the doors by mercy and make disappear? Other than by me, Fury? It's true that your theory is an interesting one. And if you could, make sure that there was no way to make grandfather disappear, then you probably would be able to prove that the last person to see him, on Natsuhi, was guilty. However, since there still is a possibility she's innocent, these accusations are false. We can't be sure about that. Then, Butler, are you saying someone over than Natsuhi made grandfather disappear? It's Maria. Maria did it. It would be impossible for anyone else to do it. Our receipts prove that, right? After the first time she did that study, and until the second time when we visited it together, the study was a perfect closed room, and when the film was spoken in a closed room, it was already missing. If that doesn't prove she's a culprit, what kind of trick could they have used? Like I said, only 65 points. Let's try spinning the chessboard around, shall we? I genuinely do not see. The question isn't, oh, someone managed to make grandfather disappear from the outside. You should think about, oh, grandfather disappeared from the inside. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. The door had the receipt stuck in it, so it couldn't have been used. You also couldn't have gone through the window, because you can't lock it from the outside. Someone ever visited the study to check to make sure it was locked. The window also wasn't used. At that point, the study really was a closed room. We have to accept this. However, the study didn't remain a closed room forever. Once the seal created by the receipt was removed, it would be possible for someone to escape by the door. He was hiding behind the doorway. In other words, the question isn't who Natsuhi made grandfather disappear. Grandfather's study is an ordinary study, right? Wait. We need to think about, oh, he was able to escape. According to Genji-san, there's a toilet in the kitchen, even a bedroom, almost like it was allowed. Okay, that's just something I could not have figured out. Okay, cool. I mean, I could have figured it out, but I went at the start, it can't be him hiding in the cupboard, because that would be dumb. But no, it is, apparently. Never mind. There's a toilet in the kitchen, even a bedroom, almost like a little house. For example, what if he was hiding under the bed? Two of you only thought he was missing. Oliver, even you didn't check that far, right? And then, two of you went back down the stairs thinking he wasn't there. At that time, the receipt was already gone. In other words, if grandfather was hiding in his rooms all the time, it was a closed room. I respect after letting the two of you go past him, we can crack this closed room right open. What are you talking about? Why would a father need to escape the room in such a bizarre fashion? Don't be so absurd. Yeah, it might be absurd. However, it still shows that there's a possibility of Natsuhi's being falsely accused. Your receipt wasn't perfect. In chase, we might call that a check. But it isn't checkmate. But the thing that really pisses me off is though you're pressuring on Natsuhi to explain it, and claiming that she must
それ
be
ができて
guilty if she
黒だって
doesn't.
断定しようとしたエヴァおばさんのその論法さ。
If you want to go down that road, then why don't you let me?
この後ろここでもう
Just
一
give
回
me a battler.
チ
Spin
ェ
the
スを
chessboard
ひっくり
around
返
one
さ
more
せても
time.
らおうじゃねえか。
Oh, hello, battler. Yeah, I don't like this. I mean, it's okay compared to Pachinko. It's okay. But like, I much prefer the original one.
エヴァおばさん。
Oh, Eva, according to your own argument,
あんたと秀吉
you must explain to us why you and Uncle Hideyoshi couldn't have killed the Sith last night, then casually returned to the guest
ノコ
house.
のことゲストハウスに帰ったんじゃないってことこの場夏日おばさん
You've
に
been
釈
trying
明
to
を
force
した
on to explain,
あんたには
but
も
I'm
う
sure you can prove your own innocence, right?
自身の潔白をしじい様の遺産
Especially
が
now that all of
全部
grandfather's
転がり
wealth
込
has
む
suddenly
エヴァおば
dropped
さん
down
よ
right into your hands. That's right.
そうだぜ。
You're suspicious enough
エヴ
yourself,
ァおば
aren't
さんだ
you?
って十分怪しいじゃねえかよ。母さんがじい
If
さ
you
ま
say
の
mom's
最終目
suspicious
撃者
because
だ
she
から
was the
怪しい
last
って言う
person
な
to
ら
see him,
エヴァおばさんだっ
then
て
what about
父
you,
さんた
Aunt
ちの
Eva,
最終
the
目
last
撃
person
者
to
じゃな
see
いか。
Dad and the rest?
バトラの言う
It's
通
like
りだ
Butler
ぜ。
said, prove
自
that
分
you
た
two
ちが
weren't the
殺
ones
して
who
ないって
killed
こと
them.
を証明してみせろよ。
僕も
Mother,
お
I
母さん
also
の
think
推
the
理は
reasoning was a bit
少し
overrated
勇み
either.
足だと思うな。レシートの件は
I'm sure the receipt
確
was
か
an
に重
important
要な
hint,
ヒントだと思う。でもそれは
but like Butler
Butler
said,
君の言う
it's
通
not
り
enough to prove that Aunt
夏日お
Natsuhi
ば
was
さんが
responsible.
何がしかの犯人である僕たちは等し
We're
く
only equally suspicious.
全員が容疑者なんだ。夏日おば
It's
さんだ
not
けが
right for
責め
only
ら
Aunt
れる道
Natsuhi
理
to
は
be
ない。
persecuted.
誇
Oh,
り高
poor
きお父様
Butler
が
crawling under his
床に
bed.
這いつくばって弁当のそんな誰
You
事
found
で説
nonsense
明
like
が
that
つくと思って
explanation?
それなら
In
エヴァ
that
おば
case,
さん
why
が
don't
先
you
に説
explain
明しろよ。
first?
特に
Who killed the six and how? And then treasuring us
そ
proves
して
that
自
you
分
weren't
と関わっ
involved.
ていないという証拠を示してみろってんだ。
If you ask so, Jessica, and then she pulls out all the receipts that show that Jessica, like, stole poison. Jessica planned everything. Jessica even, like, put a fake doll of herself inside the guest house to fool people. He's the only suspicious person for saying everyone is equally suspicious. Yeah, no, exactly. The one who says he's suspicious, that always is. That's the cough of a liar. That's the cough of someone who's involved. That's the cough of a murderer. It's the poison she handled. It's the poison she handled. It's all the poison. What the fuck is going on? What? My lady, my lady, what? She suddenly started coughing. At first I thought she was just choking after yelling too loud, but before long I realized how painful it looked. Jessica kept coughing and choking, down on her hands and knees. Is it actually poison? I was joking around. Who's poisoning everyone? And who knows about the charm besides Maria? Jessica, hang in there. Dr. Nanjo.
ジェシカさん、
Jessica,
吸入器を
go
早
inhale
く
her quickly. She has asthma, right? She's born with weak she and sometimes assailed by sudden asthma attacks. It does put a dent in my theory, because she would not have been able to carry all the bodies. Right? Like, there's no way she'd have been able to carry all the bodies out and everything on her own. Even with the help of a wheelbarrow, she would not have been able to smash the face in. Maybe she was helped. Maybe she was helped. Maybe Jessica and Natsuhi helped each other. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's actually it. Both of them working with each other. Because I do not see who else in this family could impersonate Beatrice. It has to be Jessica. No one else could impersonate Beatrice. Oh wait, I have one with me. Dr. Ninja pulled a broken ventilator inhaler from his own bag, which was lying on the sofa, and then did it to Jessica. Come to think of it, 6 years ago, didn't Jessica sometimes break into violent coughing fits and have to use that? However, 6 years ago, I never saw Jessica look like she was in this much pain. Jessica's asthma always this bad?
ここ数年で
Gotten
だ
a
いぶ
lot
悪
worse
く
in
な
the
ったん
last
だよ
few years.
大丈夫な
It's
時
no
はいいん
problem
だ
when
け
she's
どね
normal.
突然発作が
But
来
when
る
an
と
attack comes
咳
suddenly,
が止ま
she
らな
can't
くな
stop
るんだよ
coughing anymore. I'm fine with not listening to all that. Thank you.
お薬で
Maliki,
す
your medicine.
さあ
Here. Taking the inhaler from Kellen Kim. Jessica used it to practice dance. It looked like her throat was still itched for a while, but she had it under control.
大丈夫かよ、ジェシカ。
Are you okay, Jessica?
びっくりしたぜ。
Scared me. It's no big deal. Don't worry about it.
心配すんじゃねえぜ
Beads of sweat covered Jessica's whole body, and she couldn't hide her rough breathing. But it looked like her sudden attack calmed down for now. This disturbance had made the dangerous atmosphere up until now slightly unfocused. But that's fine. That kind of battle of mutual suspicion is completely unnecessary. When you think about it, finding alibis for each other and looking for the culprit is probably meaningless. After all, we're just powerless, ordinary people. And when the police come tomorrow, they'll definitely employ cutting-edge technique and investigate the case thoroughly, solving all of the riddles and arresting the culprit. Perhaps Butler is right after all.
夏日姉さんが
Just as
疑わ
Natsuhi
しいよ
said,
うに
I was just as
私たち
suspicious.
も疑わし
Can't
さを
ignore the
拭
fact
いて
that
い
I'm
ない
suspicious too.
それを今議論し合う
Arguing
のは
about
確か
that
に
will
不
surely
毛
be
ね
unproductive.
明日
Everything will be
警
fine
察
if
に
you
全
just
てを
leave it to
任せれ
police
ば済む
tomorrow.
だけの話よでも
But
バ
don't
ト
you
ラ君
want
だ
to
って
know
知りた
too,
いんじゃない
Butler?
の犯人
Who the
を
culprit is?
大切な人を
Don't you
失
want
っ
to
た
let
痛
them
み
know
を
the
思
pain
い
you
知ら
feel
せて
from
やる
losing
ため
someone
に
precious to you
1秒
as
でも
soon as
早く知
possible?
りたいんじゃない
それは否定しな
I
いです
won't deny that.
これだけの上等を決めてくれやがった野郎を
Even one day would be too long to look at the
たとえ
wonderful
一日であ
bastard
った
who's
として
behind
も
this girl.
のさばらしたでも
But that doesn't mean that I want to
だからといって
suspect one of the 18.
18さっきはああ言ったが
Even though I said what I said earlier,
俺
I
は
don't even want to
エ
suspect
ヴァおばさん
you,
だって疑い
Ortega.
たくない
We're always ordinary people, and there's a rifle to share around between all of you. Yeah, no, exactly. Just gives a rifle to Battler. He has it all together.
俺にとってのエヴァおば
Me,
さん
you're an awesome hunk who's always fun, faithful.
いつも楽しくさそんなおばさ
I
んと
don't want to trade insults with an
こ
aunt
んな
like
罵
that,
りここにいる誰だ
I
って
wouldn't want to do
そん
that
なこ
with
とは
anyone
望んで
here.
ねえはずさだろ
Right?
みんな
Everyone?
バトラ君に同
Feels
じ
the same way as Battler.
意味のない罵り合い
Pointless
だ
to trade
ね
insults.
多分
It's probably just the stress
これ
built
だけ
up
の
because
人
so
数
many
が
people have been
朝
trapped
か
in
ら
one
一と
place
ころに
this
ずっ
morning.
と集まってるから
Probably.
無理もないこ
It
と
is only natural.
言ってできる
It
もの
may
では
not
あ
be
り
my
ません
place
が
to say it, but I think we should all relax as much as possible.
リラックスしましょう
エヴァ
Eva.
わしらも
I think we'd
頭
better
を冷
cool
やす
ahead
べきと
soon.
レシートの
The
件は
receipt's
確か
definitely a
に
big clue for
お
figuring
父
out
さん
all
の
five
失
of
踪
us
さ
are.
警察が来た
You
ら
should tell the police
話す
about
と
it
い
when
い
they
や
come.
ろ
そうね
That's right.
そう
Right.
レシートの一
Just
件
felt a
で
little triumphant when I
つい
figured out
鬼の
that top
首を
was the
取ったよう
receipt.
な気持ちになっちゃったの確かに夏
Of
日姉
course
さ
it
んだ
isn't
けを
fair
疑
to
う
only
のは
suspect
フェアじゃない
Natsuhi, right?
私たちだって
We're
等
just
しく
as
疑わ
suspicious.
しいでもね
But
バトラ
still,
君
Butler,
レシートの
at least the
話
part
だ
about
け
the
は
receipt
本
is
当よ
real, okay?
こ
Don't forget it.
れ忘れないでねそしてこ
And
れ
try
がどう
thinking
い
deeply
う
about what
意
it
味を持
means
つ
one more
か
time, okay?
もう一度よ
Okay, wait. Did this get added to my quiz? No. Oh. Surprising. I thought it would add to my quiz. Onteva and then Kolidiu, she stood up. It looked like they planned on leaving the pallet.
結局
In
私た
the
ち
end,
は
it's pointless
こん
for
な
us to
推理
keep
ごっこ
playing
しても意味
detective.
がないのだってどうせ警察
After all,
が
the police will reveal anything
全て明
anyway.
かしてくれるんですもの
That's right. Even if we don't play this detective game, the typhoon will pass. And when those lively seagulls return to the harbor, everything will settle itself. That's right. If you think about it, this kind of crime is completely trivial. Yeah, I guess at one point it does say when the seagulls cry. I don't doubt that in the original translation, when the seagulls cry actually gets name dropped. Oh, when the seagulls cry, because that's when the typhoon will be over. That's what it means. When the seagulls cry will be when we're free from this. I just understood. Oh my god, that's actually not a bad title. Okay. Well, this kind of crime completely trivial will definitely be resolved. Even if we do nothing. Start episode 2. When the seagulls cry. Holy shit! No way! No fucking way! No way! Oh my god! No way! There's no fucking way. There's just no way. There's just no way. Okay. There's the thing. He said the thing. Holy shit. They actually said the thing. I can't believe they did. I guess we're all a Umineko after all. Oh my god. We're all a little bit of a seagull. All of us. We love eating fish. They did eat fish. They did eat fish. Too. Oh my god. They're actually gonna say that too. Holy shit. Natsuhi, Nisa. I think you don't want to see my face anymore. I feel the same. If I remember correctly, yesterday, there's some rooms prepared for us in the venture, but we wouldn't need to go back to the guest house, right? So should they each have a bath and a toilet, as well as a lock and a chain to secure the door? There's even a bed to lie on. My husband will be able to watch TV while having a fight with Maya-chan, or which channel to watch, right? Do whatever you want. But make sure to be cautious. Thank you, Nisa. And mind your own business. I'll be counting on you to keep an eye on everyone, okay? If she shot Eva, yeah, that would have been really funny. If I should think about a career as a basketball player who relentlessly keeps talking on Natsuhi. True! True! Wait, yeah, the good old face Natsuhi was just cringe. She had the right idea. The culprit is definitely here. And Nissan, make sure you don't forget to keep an eye on yourself too. Have you finished taking your parting shots? Yes, I'm finished. See you, Natsuhi. Genji, let us know when it's time for dinner. Until then, we'll lock ourselves in the leave the chain. Genji, Canon. Who says? Never mind. No, that was dumb. That was the dumbest idea I ever had. No, I'm gonna say what I was about to say. Maybe Nanjo did it because he had access to poisons. No, don't be an idiot. No, let me take my parting shots. That would be Umineko if it was good, Mac. That would be Umineko if it was good. Yeah, just kind of escort them to the guest room. We'll be fine. I ain't shady escorts. In fact, I'll be more comfortable if nobody leaves this room until we reach out. Let's go, George. I'll stay here with everyone.
ここでみんなと
ジョージ
George!
この部屋に犯
They
人
go
が
put
い
it
る
in
の
the
よ
room.
そんなところにいるつも
You
り
plan on staying in a place like that?
この部屋を出るとい
Living
う
in
こ
this
と
room
は
would be the same as
親族
suspecting
の
one of
誰
my
かを疑う
relatives.
のと同じこと。僕は
I can't believe
あんな
anyone in
恐ろ
your
しいこと
family
が
is
できる
capable of
人間
something
が
valuable.
親族にいるなんて信じない。
Jessica next to her like, hee hee.
ジョージ
George!
あなたからも言って
Tell
や
him,
って
you tell him
よ
too.
ジョージももう
George is already an
一人前
adult
の
man.
そのジョージ
If
の
his
人
squad
気が
tells him not to
こ
leave
の部
his
屋から
room,
出えへ
and
ん
it's
言わ
up
せ
to
るな
him.
ら好きにさせた
Let
れ
him do what he wants.
父さん、
Father. Ivan, you left. The only voice that called after them was the sound of the rain. Hideyoshi, my girl. I love Hideyoshi. We'll love Hideyoshi. The power was being buried beneath the savage fear. I looked at the cloud. I was surprised to find it was already evening. I really spent that much time worrying about needless things, talking with each other, fighting with each other. Yes, you did. Feeling bored, I started scratching in my head when Maya and I made eye contact. I was a little surprised that I thought she was completely immersed in the TV.
今なら信じるぜ。
I believe it now. Who?
手紙も殺
The
人も
letter,
す
the
べて
murders, everything.
ベアトリ
It
ー
was
チェの
all
仕業だ。
Beatrice. What?
いや、
In fact,
むしろ
I
頼む
almost
か
feel
ら
like
そうだと
begging her
名
to
乗り
come
出て
out
ほ
and
しい
take
ぜ。
credit for it all.
19人目の仕
I
業
want
っ
it
て
to be the
ことに
work
さ
of
せ
a
てく
90th
れ。
person.
じゃなきゃ、
Otherwise, the
俺
18 of
た
us
ち
will have to
18
keep on
人はいつ
suspecting
まで
each other.
疑い合わなくちゃな。これなら
I think believing in a 90th
19人
person
目の
is better
存在
than
を
that.
信じる方がマシさ。扉も窓も開けず
Bringing
に
against father at times
じ
while
いさん
opening
を
the
外へ
doors
連
or
れ出
windows
すなん
must
て
be a piece of cake for Beatrice, right?
ベアトリーチェならお茶の子さいさいなんだろ
It would be. Maya, taking a single short breath on her head, then raised her face again. That's right.
そうだよ
Locking the door is useless against the witch.
何の役にも
It does
立た
really
ないんだよ
Like Beatrice is actually possessing Maya.
ベアトリーチェ
Beatrice is familiar with all
72
72
中の
demons.
全てに
Her
33位の
33rd
ガー
rank
プは
gap
望む相
gives
手
power
を
to
望む
instantly
場所へ
carry the
瞬
desired
時に
person to
運
any
ぶ
location.
力を与え
Holy
る
shit,
し
it's a gap ag. It's Yukari. Yukari Yakumo. Holy shit, Beatrice's friend Yukari. Oh, I can't believe it.
彼女にとって
To her,
どの
picking
よう
person
な
of
気質に
any
閉じ
close
こも
room
っ
is
た
not
人
at
間
all,
だ
you
ろう
see?
と
う。魔女は
Which is
すげ
sure
え
incredible.
頼むから。
Tell her, if she feels like committing another crime, to do it in a way that no humans
絶
could,
対に人間に俺に19
and
人
make me
だよ
believe that an actual person,
いや、
no, a witch exists.
魔女の存在。
いいよ
Okay.
会ったら伝
If I
え
meet
て
her,
おく
I'll
よ
tell her. Crap. Nothing's made sense to me for a while now. Just when I want to believe in an 90th person, I deny it. And just when I want to believe there are only 18 people, I deny that too. Even though I want there to be more than just the 18 people here. I can't accept the existence of that 90th person. In short, even though there are more than 18 people, there are less than 19 people. Let me check. I want to check if, like, that's nothing updated at all. Christ. The number of people in this mansion is 19. Beatrice is non-existent, so she counts as like half a person. The number of people can be represented by the integer. However, it's impossible for there to be anything that is a decimal point. Shouldn't be able to show the number of people with anything but an integer. 18.5 people. Yeah, that's why it's trash, right? Because it's like 2 18.5. It's trash. And yet, this. Do you explain the fraction less than 1? No wonder. But 90% was something that couldn't be seen. Oh, without love, it cannot be seen. True. That's why, since you can only write the number of people as an integer, you couldn't see that person. That witch cannot be seen. Because Beatrice has no body. Therefore, she is invisible. Is there a 90th person? Or not? Does the witch exist? Or not? 1918. The witch exists somewhere in the Vex. Show your face. No. I thought Beatrice would actually show up for once. No. Beatrice. I think I'm gonna stop there. We are. What? No. Oh fuck. Well, shit. I guess I have to continue then. The uncomfortable atmosphere continued even after those two left. It was thick with the idea that simply thinking about the cold-faced identity would be the same as deciding whom to suspect. It had begun to feel like the discussion of the case was itself taboo. No one mentioned the case, it felt loud. However, those thoughts were what filled our minds. All that we couldn't say aloud made our hearts feel like we were going to explode. But at least on the outside, the parlor had once again regained its calm mood. Everything was left unsettled. Okay, no, yeah, I'm gonna stop here. There we go. Perfect. How many saves can you do? 40 saves, okay. I see.
まだいっぱい降ってるよ。
Okay, let's leave.
おー。
Oh, no. Fuck. Oh, wait, I could have done this if I wanted to, like, take a picture of the, of what's on screen. Okay, good to know for the future. But yeah, nonetheless. Let's stop here. Thank you, everyone, for coming. I hope you had fun. I had a lot of fun this stream. I don't know if you guys did. I hope you did. I'll be seeing you guys again. Normally tomorrow with 2. Because I finally have good internet now. Like, I have infinite, really good stuff. You know. And after that, then the next day after that will be Umineko. And I might do something where on Wednesday, I'll stream an indie game. Otherwise, it's going to be Umineko. I will choose. I will think about it. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.